But dude, this is kind of weird. It's like, bro, we've been hanging out all week. Like usually when I get out of the limo and I walk down here to the Thirsty Thursday stage, it's kind of like these people haven't seen me for a while. We haven't hung out. It's been a week. Sometimes it's been 2 weeks. But like, dude, we've been hanging out all week. Are you guys feeling that? How are you feeling streaming all week so far? I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been really enjoying it. I hope you guys have been as well. Because if you guys aren't enjoying it, then it's kind of a waste. So I'm gonna defer to you guys. I hope it's been fun. I'm not entirely sure what the streaming schedule is gonna be. Loving it? Your GPU's on fire again. I think we're good, man. I think we're good. I'm not entirely sure what the streaming schedule is going to be next week. It's honestly up in the air. It could be 0. It could be 7. I really don't know. Time for another burnt by Zach? No, it's time for another beer by Zach. Today we're going to be sipping on... I just went out into the beer fridge, or the garage fridge, I mean. Same thing. And I mean, the wife must have picked this up. I was not aware. Chasin' Broncos Juicy IPA. This was not in the fridge the last time I opened it. I have no idea where this is from. I hope it's good though. Oh my god. Brother, oh my god. That might be top 5. Oh, that hits hard. I drive a Bronco. There you go. Yeah, I don't think this has any relationship to the Denver Broncos. This is brewed in Marble Falls, Texas. So we're good on that one. But speaking of football, the Steelers are playing right now. Not that I was debating about not streaming, because it's preseason. But I am a little anxious. That the Steelers are on the TV right now, and I don't get to watch, but it's all good, man. Robin, because we got Robin here. Robin with the 5 tier 1 gifted subs and the first Max Verstappen of the night. Thank you very much, man. Cash, Zoyer, not Mortal, not Mr. Tactical with the subs and resubs. This is a whole different setup. Looks great. Yeah, I don't think you've been here for a while, man. This is the Texas setup. We've been here for a hot minute. Well, not really. We've been here for like 2 months, but Chest with the resub, ZX, and Mr. Z with the subs and resubs. One Disaster with the super chat says Twitch payment dashboard for the bits is so bugged, so I'm gonna use YouTube super chat instead of bits. I'm not gonna lie, man. That means a lot. Like, if you really think about what just happened, you just tried to give me bits, and the system was being a little funky, or maybe Twitch was just being Twitch, but you didn't let that stop you. You went over to YouTube because you really wanted to send some support. Dude, I appreciate that. That's going above and beyond, man. Thank you. Seriously, that means a lot. Nyan is back for the first stream visit in months. Welcome back, Nyan. We've been talking about you every single stream, man. We've been missing you. Welcome back. How we feeling about the 6600 today? Well, it's still in there. I have a serious decision up in front of me where, you know, I don't know. I'm not going to be live streaming this weekend. But it's like, do I keep the 6600 in all weekend? Like, starting tomorrow, I'm going to get a little bit of solo gaming time in. Not on camera, not for any content, just like my relaxing gaming. Maybe a beer. Do I keep the 6600? Do I continue daily driving? Keep it? I think I might need to. Surprised you're not watching the game. I gotta pull it up. Don't worry. I gotta pull it up. Oh, Steelers got another touchdown. Who scored? Oh, wow. Drew Lara got the rushing touchdown. Let's go. Wow. You should put some lights on in the background. Yeah, we gotta... I'm not entirely sure what to do. You know what would be really cool? I don't want to spoil it, actually. I just thought of a really good idea. Next week. Next week. Just remember, if you're watching the stream next week, you can say you were here when the idea came to my head. I'm going to add one additional light somewhere in the background next week. And hopefully it's as good as what my brain is envisioning. I got a good idea. No neon? No, yeah, no neon lights. Although, what's wrong with neon? Just asking for a friend. Hey, with the $5 super chat says, I built my first computer with a 9800 X3D. RTX 6600. The guy had a mini stroke there. About a year ago, just upgraded to a 9060 XT 16 gig. Best upgrade I've ever done. Wow. I can't say I know how good the RTX 6600 performs, but it sounds like it's an upgrade from your 9060 XT. So I'm happy for you, man. I'm very happy for you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. What are you gonna do with your RTX 6600? By the way, if you're looking for a fun spot to get rid of it, I may be willing to give you top dollar if your RTX 6600 is legit. Just saying. Itchy with Twitch Prime Sub, thank you. You gonna buy it? Dude, if somebody has an RTX 6600, I'm buying it. If it's legit, I'm definitely buying that, man. There's an ad right now. Thank you guys for watching the ads. I know you can't hear me, but thank you. I will explain why watching the ads is very much appreciated. My account got suspended on Twitch. Do I still have a chance to win? Yikes. I don't think I have a good answer for you. I don't think... Well, if you have points, if you earned points for this current giveaway, this PC, if you already earned points, then yes, you do have a chance. But I need to somehow contact you through Twitch. So you need to get that account back before August 27th for a chance to win, or I don't think you'll be able to. Why does Zach look like Joe Bart? Dude, I've been getting that a lot lately. That's one that I do actually see a little bit. He's more jacked than me, and he definitely has a better jawline than me. But that one isn't absurd. I do kind of see that. I'm not gonna lie. I usually do not. 99.9% of the time when you guys tell me that I look like somebody, you are factually incorrect. That one I actually do kind of see. And I'll take that as a compliment, so thank you. Just Ricky with Twitch Prime Sub, thank you. User with the super chat, thank you as well. Bro, it's 3:30 a.m. Sorry. Well, that's why when we were talking about when I'm gonna stream next week, I am highly considering adding at least one stream. Sorry, dude, I just lost my train of thought. Somebody on YouTube says Zach's Tech Turf kind of looks like ZTT. That like completely derailed that. Dude, I need a beer. I was feeling mentally focused until I saw that from username Slicky. I was feeling dialed in before that, man. I don't remember what I was gonna say. Oh, I am highly considering at least one stream next week in the morning, my time, which if it's 3:30 a.m. for you, it might be an actual decent time next week. I'm debating about it. I'd have to like definitely move my schedule around, but I'm flexible. I might not really, but We might be able to make that happen for the international viewers. I'm thinking about it. DJ Scoot with the Twitch Prime sub. Just, oh wait, I already read that one. How early? I have no idea. Well, no, I do. It would probably be around 9 a.m. Central Time. What time is that for you international viewers? 9 a.m. Central United States time. I don't know if that's actually what it's called, but are you going to build today? Of course we're going to build today. Before we build though, from the office, good question. I don't know. I might just do it here in the morning. You know, the kids, they're in school. So after the kids go to school, I might just like hang out here and just do some live streaming. Is that the Toasty Bros time? Yeah. Yeah, that's the one downside. It's going to be during the Toasty Bros time. But I think we'll be okay. You guys can watch 2 streams at once, right? It's 3 p.m. for me. 10 p.m. Melbourne time. 3 p.m. UK. All right, so we got a couple people in the UK. Yeah, I don't know. 3 p.m. doesn't sound like a great time to watch a live stream. Can you guys watch live streams at 3 p.m.? Slicky says, my name is also Zach. Wow. Do we all look to... Do you, me, and Zach Techturf all look the same? That would be crazy if true. $4 a.m. Egypt time? For me, it's 2:30 a.m. Yikes. 6:30 p.m. Tijuana. Wow. Do you read YouTube comments or only Twitch? Dude, I'm literally talking to Slicky over on YouTube. Brother, just look around, man. I feel like I'm doing an excellent job of balancing the Twitch and YouTube chat right now. Come on, man. We got Slicky over there on YouTube, carrying the YouTube chat right now. Existential with the $2 super chat says, I'm about to buy a used 5700 non-XT for $130. I'll pair it with a Ryzen 5 5600 and I'll replace it with a 9070 non-XT next year. Is it worth it? Here in the States, that's not a great price for a 5700 non-XT. I would consider a 2060 Super because you can get that at that price as well. Or try to find an XT. I know it's a little bit difficult because the price of XTs has gone up a little bit. It doesn't seem like an amazing price, but maybe you live somewhere else. John with a $3 dono says, I want your opinion. Who would win in a fight? Toby's Spider-Man versus the X-Men? Like one dude versus the whole squad? That doesn't seem like a hard choice there. What? Obo with the $3 dono says, hey Zach, I just became a PC gamer after working as a lifeguard all summer. I like the sound of that. I love the sound of Scott with the 25 gifted subs as well, dude. Thank you so much, Scott. Scott's been here every stream, I think. Scott has not been slacking. Thank you very much, Bro Tato. Okay, so I just became a PC gamer after working as a lifeguard all summer. 2 weeks ago, I bought a new $1,010 pre-built, which I think was a good deal. RTX 5060, 14400F, 32 gigs of DDR4, 1 terabyte SSD. Very nice, dude. I love the stories of people, especially the youngins, working hard all summer, all year, you know, getting a job, mowing lawns, you know, shoveling snow. Also, you can buy a gaming PC. Dude, that's awesome, man. If you can do that as a kid, if you can like put your head down, stay focused on the goal, work hard, save up money for what you want, dude, you're set, man. That's the skill you need. Nice work. Lion with $2 super chat says, what is the Built by Zach PC gonna look like today? Well, Without building it, I can actually tell you exactly what it's going to look like. This is exactly... Oh, dude, that looks good on camera and on this table. This is exactly what it's going to look like, ladies and gentlemen. Because this here is the Lian Li B4. No tempered glass side panel. So that's why I'm saying whenever this PC is complete, still gonna look like this. This is a slightly smaller version of the Lian Li A3, which you might remember. I had a rough time in that one for one of the times I built with it. This is smaller, but it should be fun. This is 21 liters. But I'm really excited about it. This is Lian Li's latest case launch, I think. I paid $85 for it, and it comes with two... I don't know how this thing works. I did not do a ton of prep work. But it comes with two 120 millimeter slim fans up at the top that are currently set to exhaust, which is good. It supports SFX and ATX power supplies. But from the little prep work I did, apparently if you use an ATX power supply, I don't think you have enough room for an intake fan. So I opted for an SFX power supply. It can fit pretty long. I don't know how to remove this side panel. Well, we might have to figure that out later. It can accommodate some pretty long graphics cards. Wow, I actually don't know how to. Yeah, I should probably figure that out, because this doesn't... How do you open this? I have no idea. Oh, this whole thing? No? How do I open this? Just rip it off? No, the top part is... No, there's got to be like a way to press it or something. Wow, how do you remove this? I'm confused. Oh, this is gonna be a fun stream. What am I missing? Oh. That comes off. Okay. Oh, this also, the Lian Li B4, has a ton of different front panels. Like you can go with black, wood grain, etc. Hopefully that allows me to open this. Yeah, that's what I needed. Right? No, dude, that's in there. Does it slide? Oh, it slides. Oh, wait, no. No, it hinges. Okay. All right. That was not the case's fault. That was my lack of prep work. But this is what it looks like. This is the inside of the Lian Li B4. Like I said, it's got those two fans. We do have room at the bottom for 3 120 millimeter fans. And we have this little cool thing. The other thing I saw was this rear fan compartment can actually be flip-flopped. So you can either have it so like there's a little bit of extra room, which is in the config we have now, or you can reverse it to be a little bit tighter, but I think we'll just stick with that. And I'm gonna put a fan in the back here. But yeah, we're just gonna be rocking a very small, but still micro ATX 21 liter build for BBZ numero 6. Yeah, see, you gotta push forward a little bit and then it comes out. Got it. Front panel's gotta come off first. Don't forget. But yeah, this is the Lian Li B4. I've been excited to use this. Oh, another one of the really cool features of this. Is that upside down? I don't know how you can tell. It's heavy. I like how high quality that feels. How do you install this? Oh man, this is like gonna be fun. How does this work? Oh, there we go. Oh, that slides. Wait, no. I think it's upside down. I'm lost. I'm lost. Dub stream. This is where we do minimal prep work and then, yeah, like that, and then look like an idiot. But this is how we figure out things in real time. Okay. The one other thing I know about this case is it actually comes with, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but it comes with feet on the back side of the case. So you can actually use it as a vertical PC as well. So it takes up like less of a footprint on your desk. You got the buttons up here at the front. They also make a top panel or a front panel in this configuration that can be all wood as well and add additional fans. We're not doing that today. I like the low to the ground look, but you can have this in the vertical orientation as well, which is pretty cool. So for being such a tiny case, this seems to be versatile. I am anticipating that this will be a difficult build, being small form factor, and looks like it's going to be very tight inside of there. But yeah, that's going to be BBZ numero 6. I'm excited. Kind of nervous now that after just struggling removing the panels, I'm a little nervous. I like the horizontal way better. I think I do too. I never really rocked a vertical case. Sapiens giving out tier 1 sub, thank you. Existential with another super chat says, unfortunately I'm from the Philippines, so the trusted source for used GPUs plus pricing are worse here. I'll get it for now. Yeah, that's why I always say I'm in the States, or, you know, I can only talk about the United States pricing. You know better than me of what's available, and if the 5700 for $130 is a good deal for you, then yeah, go for it. Squeebs with the $2 super chat says, should I wait for AM6 with a 5600 and a 5070? I would consider waiting. I would, like, if you're fine with your performance, then that is definitely the play. You don't have to buy DDR5 RAM. Granted, AM6, DDR6, it's probably going to be roughly $1 million between the two. But if, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a 5600 and a 5070 in my opinion. So if you're enjoying your 1440p experience, then yeah, waiting for AM6 is not that bad of a deal. It just comes down to what you want. Ronald with $2 super chat says, do you ship your PC to Texas? Yes. Not sure if you're talking about the giveaway or our pre-builts on zttbuilds.com, but yes, we do both. Speaking of the giveaway though, if you guys are new around here, we are literally always running a PC build giveaway. This time it is this 5800 XT and 9060 XT build. We're only 2 weeks away. 2 weeks from this very moment, we're going to be raffling off this PC. So from now until then, you can earn points totally for free. Just type in ! giveaway and make sure you log in with your Twitch account. Most of you that are watching a PC building live stream are probably tech savvy enough to figure this out. But yeah, you can earn points totally for free. It is a worldwide giveaway. You of course get bonus points for the subs, gifted subs, the biddies and whatnot. But yeah, this is our 19th gaming PC giveaway here on Twitch. We've been doing this for a long time. So in 2 weeks from now, at the beginning of the stream on Thirsty Thursday, we're going to be raffling this off. And then we'll immediately start building the next giveaway PC, which I need to start planning now so I can get the parts here in time. I'm not sure what that build is going to be. But yeah, you got to be watching on Twitch though. Sorry. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, if you prefer watching on YouTube, just log in on Twitch, get those points, and then continue watching on YouTube. Is the cigar and alcohol behind you made by AI? My wife thinks it is. I'm not sure. I bought it at Buc-ee's. So, like, I would hope that Buc-ee's isn't just selling AI. But we definitely debated about it. It says, you can look it up. Handmade by Jarms Designs, made in the USA. Paid 30 bucks for it. I don't know, man. You tell me. It could be. And if we come to a unanimous decision that it is, I'll take it down. Part of me, the optimistic side of me just wants me to like think that it's just good art and it looks cool. I think it's a cool photo. But I am not sure. I hope Bucky's is paying real artists. Is it textured? I think so. Yeah, it's very textured. It's not textured like a, it's not like a, I don't think it's a real painting. Like a one-of-one painting. It is textured though. I don't know, man. I don't know my art. I just saw it at Bucky's and I was like, that's gonna look good. I'm not sure. From the smoke, it looks like AI. I don't know what AI smoke looks like. And if you do, you're probably looking at too much AI, to be honest. It's good art. Yeah, I thought it looked cool. Yerman with $5 super chat says, I got an ASRock Fatality X399, RTX 3090, Threadripper 2920, all for free. I just bought 64 gigs of Vengeance RGB Pro DDR4 for an upgrade. Will it work for gaming? Good question. You might as well try. Report back here. Report back here. I would love to know. We were talking about it the other night. I have no idea. I don't even know Threadripper models. That's just not something that I keep track of at all. It's not. It's interesting to me, but it's just not something that like I have time for. I would love to know if your Threadripper 2920 can game. Harley with Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Lil Bran with the 300 biddies. Brant, what do you think about switching my PC case to a Johnsbow D32 Pro? I don't know anything about that case. I've literally never used Johnsbow. That is probably one of my biggest gaps in knowledge. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of gaps in knowledge. It's the low-hanging fruit in my PC building knowledge right now, because I know Johnsbow has gotten super popular. I have never used a single Johnsbow case. I really need to. So I don't know. The one thing I do know is I don't know if I've ever heard somebody talk badly about Johnsbow. Everybody that uses a Johnsbow case seems to like it. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Icy Pancakes with the 300 biddies says, hey Zach, do you know how Canadians measure things? Search up how to measure things like a Canadian. I don't know. Exclusively, is that like a joke, or I feel like that's gonna take me somewhere that gets demonetized. I'm not sure, man. David with Twitch Prime sub. AJM with the 300 biddies says, in issue number 3 of the 1984 Secret Wars run of comics, Spider-Man subdued the entire group of X-Men on his own. Good to know. Good to know, man. Thank you. Thank you for that information. What the heck is a mile? You don't speak in mile? Or freedom unit? What? It's okay. It's understandable. I speak in miles. I don't know what the other kilometer thing is. Super Zans with Twitch Prime sub. Harley also with Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. Appreciate that. Do an ASRock desk meet as the next giveaway. That's funny you say that, because my 5-year-old, his computer is in the desk meet, and the one we built on stream a few months ago. And I was literally looking at it last night, and I was like, I should probably build them like some better PCs. Like, I mean, they have good performance PCs, of course, especially for a 5 and a 6-year-old. But like, I kind of want to like take their aesthetic level up a couple notches. I'm thinking about it. And if I do that, then maybe I do just give away a desk meet. Or maybe I don't know. Guys, please stop asking if I'm reading YouTube chat. That was literally in response to a YouTube chat. This is just getting insane. Let them do it? Yeah, they've actually been itching to build a PC. They haven't built a PC since we got to Houston. When we were in Pittsburgh, we needed a lot of help building PCs. But now that we hired one more additional PC builder, we don't really need help right this second. So we don't really have extra parts. So my kids have been itching to build another one. First time on a Big Papa Zach stream. Welcome. This is about that time where we start actually building a PC. What's the best gaming mouse? Probably this. Probably this, if I had to guess. The Logitech Pro X2 Super Strike with the haptic switches. I mean, this is... As soon as I started dailing this, it's very hard to imagine dailing anything else. I mean, this is end game as far as I'm concerned. That's probably it. Can I be a mod? We might actually want more mods if I do start streaming during the day, because I think most of our mods now would not be able to make the streams during the day. So we might actually want more mods. That beer's actually starting to not get good. It is 40 minutes warm. Or I opened it a couple minutes, or got it out of the fridge a couple minutes. It's like 45 minutes warm. It's actually starting to not get good, so I'm gonna have to start drinking that one. RC from the NYC with the $10 YouTube super chat says, "What's up, brother? What's up, chat? Want to pass on a shout out to my godson and his fellow airmen in the 860th Aircraft Maintenance Squadron at Travis Air Force Base. Shout out to the Aircraft Maintenance Squadron from a fellow Aircraft Maintenance Squadron airman. Never at Travis. I knew somebody that went to Travis as aircraft maintenance. I was deployed with some people from the 860th, actually. But yeah, shout out. There you go, man. Icy Pancakes with 300 biddies says, "No, it's an actual Google picture of how to measure everything." Okay. Thank you again for the information. Let them build the PC on next Thirsty Thursday? Nah, my kids are not going on a live stream. X-Crow with Twitch Prime sub. Skag also with Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. Cheers from Brazil. I say we start the BBZ. Are you guys ready to start? You guys ready to start the BBZ? I think I'm about there. I can be convinced. Yo, why is Painful timing out people? Shout out to Painful putting in his mod hours. But like, why does he have to time out people? Like that means somebody's messing up. Mods shouldn't be doing anything. And Dr. Zoomer also keeping the chat locked down. Like they shouldn't be working. If you think about it, the mods should just be able to enjoy the live stream. What are we doing? If the mods are doing stuff, if I keep getting like the little messages that the mods are actually working, dude, that's not good, man. That's not good. Shauner's here too, dude. We got the A team. We got the mod A team right now. Let's go. Shauner, the moderator, says, "I don't want to do anything." Exactly, man. You shouldn't have to. All right, let's start building. I think I'm ready. Let's go over the parts real quickly for BBZ Numero Trace. Numero seis. Not Trace. Trace was a while ago. We already talked about the case, the Lee & Lee B4. The parts that we're going to be putting inside of it. We got ourselves a classic Ryzen 5 9600X. We needed a micro ATX motherboard. So we got this ASRock Challenger B850M Challenger Wi-Fi. Let me remind you that I am also rocking a ASRock Challenger RX 6600 as my daily driver GPU right now. For the mortgage payment components, we got 16 gigs of T-Force Vulcan DDR5 clocked at 6,000 megahertz. Ooh, CL38. That one's kind of rough. Tough times. We also got ourselves a 1 terabyte Clev Crass C910. I think we used this last week as well. 1 terabyte and 16 gigabytes. To cool our 9600X, we're going with not the ID Cooling Frozen 410, but the A410DK. This is actually the dual fan version of the Frozen A410. And we're mixing things up a little bit. I'm actually going to be using this back fan in the PC case. So that we're essentially going to turn this into a traditional 410. But I needed one additional fan. So I just bought this. And I'm like, let's just throw it in the back. The 9600X doesn't need a 2-fan CPU cooler. So that one is going to be going in the back of the Lee & Lee B4. And I also got 4 slim 120 millimeter fans. Some of the places on the Lee & Lee B4 only work with the thinner fans, the slim fans. So we're going to be installing these, 1 up at the front as intake, and then 3 at the bottom as intake as well. Then we're going to use this fan in the back as exhaust, and it came with 2 additional fans up at the top for exhaust. So we'll have 4 intake and 3 exhaust. We'll have a proper air cooling setup. That's provided all goes well. We could change things up a little bit if we need to. For our power supply, build specs leak. Dude, I don't know why we keep leaking. We've had so many leaks this week on the streams. I don't know how we keep doing it, but it's starting to become a real issue. For the power supply, we have a Corsair SF1000L. I'm not gonna lie, Lee & Lee sent this to me. Or no, they didn't. Was it? It was either Corsair or a different case manufacturer. No, who was it? I was building an ITX case a while ago, and I think it was Nanook that sent this. Or maybe Corsair sent it to me. I forget. Somebody sent this to me, and we've been having this on the shelf for a while. I haven't needed a 1000 watt SFX power supply in a while. But this build definitely doesn't need 1000 watts, but I specifically wanted an SFX power supply for this case. So that's what we're going to be using. And finally, for the last component, again, not worthy of a 1000 watt power supply, but a little extra headroom never hurt anybody. Here we have the PNY RTX 5070 stealth mode. That's not what it's called. I think it's called the 5070 Black. I forget what this model is called. It's just clean. Clean, all black design. Literally perfect for this type of build. So we don't have an ounce of RGB in this system. It's going to be all black. Tons of airflow. Small form factor. It's going to be a nice build, man. It's going to look clean. It's going to look clean if it all goes well. Hopefully it does. Isn't 1000 watts too much? Hold on. I really gotta know. A, is that a troll? B, did you actually happen to jump into the live stream like 6 seconds after I said we don't need a 1,000 watt power supply? Which one? Like, I'm just on the edge of my seat. Because, like, now it's been like 22 seconds. I literally just said we don't need the 1,000 watt. Like, that has to be Rage Bait, right? Right? Like, there's no way he actually jumped into the live stream right after I said that. There's no way. Both? Absolute Rage Bait? All right, well, consider that a successful Rage Bait then. 1 point to the Rage Baiters. Lucky with the 300 biddies says, I'm getting a GTX 1080 for my birthday. What do you think? I think happy birthday. I think you should enjoy it. John with the super chat, what peripherals you rocking? I got that Pro X2 Super Strike that I was talking about earlier, and I got the Wooting HE60 V2 as my keyboard. Built by Zaddy. Rage Baits and spam. Mods feasting tonight. That's not a good thing. I know the mods get a little trigger happy sometimes. I can't imagine they go very long without banning people. But I would imagine, like, if it's been like 12 minutes since somebody needed banned, they're probably like on the edge of their seat. Like, dude, I'm like, I need to swing that ban hammer real quick again. Get the adrenaline back up. I can't imagine it's more than like 12 minutes at this rate. That seems like a long time, actually, in between having to use the mod powers. When are we gonna time Zach out for yapping too much? Dude, it's been 51 minutes, and I'm about to start building right now. Let's go. It's time. Urksy with Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Dude, let's build the BBZ. I mean, that's literally what I do. It's in the name. This is my job, my career, my passion, my tagline. This is literally what I do right here, man. Oh, that's a small boy? You watch your mouth. This is above average, at least. Very clean looking motherboard, if I do say so myself, though. That looks nice. Have you ever considered changing the name of BBZ? If you think I should change the name of BBZ, I think you should take, if you're at all interested, I think you should take like a marketing 101 class. Just let me know what your thoughts are about the BBZs after you take marketing 101. I'm just saying, maybe your opinion will change a little bit. You know, you gotta think outside the box sometimes. You know, it's like Costco free samples. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. I think that was a compliment, though, right? I think you had good intentions on that one. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. BBZ, it gets you hooked. Got it. That checks out. Yeah, kind of. That might be a stretch analogy there. I don't know about that one. Maybe my brain's just not working, dude. We're on day 4 streaming in a row. Maybe the brain's just not computing right now. Bro went to the loading screen. I don't like how good you guys are at insulting sometimes. Especially like when it's like truthful. All right, let's install our 9600X, shall we? I don't need B-roll because it's just a live stream build, but I still feel the need to give you some cool looking B-roll anyway. There's the 9600X. I'll put that in the slot like so, nice and gently. Get our first wiggle action of the night going. It's in there. We're gonna press that down. Boom, that pops off. We're in business. 54 minutes into the live stream. Making progress. This gonna be another burnt by Zach? Dude, let's hope not. I am not at the level where I can afford to burn 57 dudes. You put it in wrong? No. Now hold on a minute. Okay. I'm not completely against all rage bait. Okay, like I'm not afraid of a little banter. As long as you guys can take it back, you know, we can keep this a little friendly. But what we're not gonna do is rage bait about something factually incorrect. Because when I say type in the chat how many PCs you've built, which you can do right now, let's look at how many zeros are on the screen. How many PCs have you guys built in your entire life? We got a lot of new people, a lot of new builders. Don't be sending them the wrong wow, nobody is at 0. Oh wow, we just got a bunch of experienced mofos tonight. Oh, okay, all right. Dang. Literally everybody has built a PC. Okay, I did not see that coming at all. Wow. 3-ish? I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Not even for a second. I would set the over-under at whoever said 3-ish at like 2. There's no way that you built 3-ish. 1, unfortunately, but it failed. Yikes. Still at 0. Sorry, man. Yeah, we can't be rage baiting that. We can't be doing the rage baiting that will confuse people. That's all I'm trying to say. 0.75. 0.5. Wow, nice. Yeah, come on, man. We just don't want to confuse anybody, okay? We got to keep it entertaining, but at the same time, there are people that are watching this stream. Like, hey, I actually want to watch you build a PC because I don't know how to do it, and that's why we're here. All right. Please let me hear the... Yeah, there's also people here that just want to see a wiggle test and some RAM ASMR, which I am about to provide for you. Before I do, though, I would like to comment on how squeaky clean this T-Force Vulcan kit of RAM is. My God. That is clean. Dude, this is going to be a nice looking build. Please don't click the RAM in yet. Dude, I see the ad break right now. I would never do that. I would never install the RAM during an ad break. I got you. I know you can't hear what I'm saying, but hopefully they know I would never do that. Is that DDR4? No, this is DDR5. AM5 only works with DDR5. AM4 only works with DDR4. Install it. The clock is ticking. I'm waiting on the ad break. Is the ad break over? Jarab with $5 super chat says, you always recommend AMD CPUs. Are there any Intel CPUs you recommend? I've talked highly of Intel. I like the new Core Ultra, the 250K plus and the 270K plus. If you want Intel, I like them as options. I think AM5 is better for most people still. But I mean, I like those latest ones. Those are solid. Drink picks while we wait. It's actually a really good It's a really good idea. If we could like somehow have the drink picks at the ready for ad breaks. Who said that? Spicy Beard? Write that name down. We could use you. That's a great, dude, we could use some good ideas around here. I like that a lot. We just review drink picks during all the Twitch ads. Give us something to do. I like that. That's a solid idea. All right, the ad break's over though. We missed our chance. Pause the music. Por favor. Oh, who would dare? Dude, that has never happened before. Who would dare do a Max Verstappen right as I'm about to do the Ram AS? Dude, I already got the music off. That has literally never happened before. All right, let's see who kindly interrupted us. Diggle Pickle. $21.34.1. Oh my god. That's his name. I'm not kidding. Diggle Pickle. 21.341 with the 1,000 biddies. This is probably good. This is probably worth our time. I got an thank you for the 1,000 bits. I got an RTX 4060 and a Ryzen 5 5600 and 16 gigs of RAM. Is it good? For 1440p. Brother. It's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate the 1,000 biddies. The timing could use some work. Pickle. It could use a little bit of work. But is an RTX 4060 good for 1440p? Personally, I would say no. If you're only playing like the easier to run games, like CS:GO, yes, the 4060 can play and the 5600 can play, or Counter-Strike 2, CS2. That can play in 1440p. But if you're playing like AAA games, single player, like demanding games, Unreal Engine 5 games, no, it's not good for 1440p, unfortunately. But thank you for the great question. I'm gonna get back to this. Thank you, man. All right, here we go. The T-Force Vulcan inside the ASRock Challenger B850 sounds like this. Whoa! Hold on, not done. Dude, I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie. That's not a 10, but that's like, I kind of like it. It was like, it had the classic like double click sound, but it was like chunky. It was a chunky double tap. Yeah. You usually don't see that. The double taps are usually like doo-doo. That one had some force behind it. This is a solid double, meaty. Yeah. Meaty double tap. Yeah, that's unique. That's unique. You don't hear that too often in the RAM ASMR world. Okay. We've recently learned that you can't just do one RAM wiggle, because sometimes the RAM will wiggle itself off the motherboard slot and it becomes more loose over time. So you gotta test it out thoroughly. And that's about as mid as it gets right there. That's like a 7.0 on the dot. A little underwhelming. I would go 8.9 on the ASMR, 7.0 on the wiggle. My first RAM wiggle. How many of you, I would like an official check-in, no rage baiting. Type in the number of RAM wiggle tests you have actually seen. Please don't troll. Like, let's just be serious for like a quick second. I really want to know how many RAM wiggles you have watched. All of them? 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, at least 20, 2, 3, 10, 5. 6, 7, of course. At least 20, 20 to 40, 10 plus. All of them. 25, 16, 9, 55,000. Okay, yeah, that sounds legit. 10 so far. Solid. Is anybody keeping a journal by chance? I've seen my friend do too. Bro, why are you watching him wiggle? Wait, is this a thing? Is anybody like actually like writing these down? Because that would be like super useful. Don't clip that. Bet on the RAM wiggling? Dude, I could see that. I could see that being a thing one day. At this point, I would probably pay. Like if somebody had a database, like a Notion database or something, that documented all of the motherboard and RAM combos with the ASMR score and the wiggle score. Dude, I would definitely pay for that. Advanced Human V2 with the 1000 biddies says, I have a Ryzen 5 7600, 32 gigs of DDR5, 2 terabyte M.2, and an RTX 5070 and a Lean Lee A3. And I'm loving it. Dude, that is the comment that I want to see. I would have guessed and probably bet that the ending of that comment would have been, is it good? But the ending, and I'm loving it, brother, thank you for sharing. That is what I want to hear. That is a much better way. Guys, even here, all right, I finally figured it out. This is the meta moving forward. I finally figured it out. If you want to flex, if you want to like just come into a ZTT stream and you just want to flex whatever new specs you got or whatever, currently what most people do is they say like, oh, I have a 9850 X3D and a 5090. Is it good? That's usually what they do right now. I'm letting you know, the meta moving forward is what Advanced Human V2, that name actually checks out. Just say, these are your specs, and then something like, I'm loving it. That would turn it into like not as big of a flex. And you're just sharing like a dub in the PC building world. You have a cool PC and you're enjoying it. I like that a lot. I think we should all adopt that moving forward. Instead of the, is it good? Yeah, I like that a lot better. Because I'm happy for you now. Respect? Yeah. I think that was a great call. Advanced, dude, the Advanced Human V2 is like, the name doesn't get any better either. Agreed? I think that should be the strategy moving forward for everybody. Well, somebody please clip that, and we somehow have to like show that every single stream. I gotta put that in the intro somehow. We need like a disclaimer in the intro. All right, we're gonna remove our blazing M.2 heat shield from our motherboard, because this is where we're gonna install the SSD. We're gonna remove the plastic from that. Then we're gonna install the SSD into the slot like that. It's kind of hanging out right now. But then we can just push it down with the heatsink, line up those holes, and then install these screws back where they were. And then the SSD is secure. Posture check? Dude, don't be posture checking me while I'm installing. I'm in the middle of something. If I start slouching big time, like while I'm drinking a beer, you let me know, but I don't need a posture check while I'm in the middle of manual labor. All right? I got it under control. You guys are getting me fired up today. Money with the tier 1 sub, thank you. Tech Dad, Twitch Prime sub, I like that name. Thank you. Manual labor is crazy. That is a pretty unhinged thing to say. He's doing man stuff. Also, equally. CPU wiggle, please. I already did that. Curly with the super chat. Hey, Zach. Policy on international hiring. I'm willing to relocate. We do not do that right now. We don't need somebody to relocate. I don't know if you know this, but ZTT is already responsible for relocating several people from Pittsburgh. That I already have enough pressure. I don't need you to relocate from Mexico. Actually, that could be a quick drive. Actually, that's potentially not that far at all. That might not even be a relocation. That just might be a long commute. Not sure. Where are we at? CPU cooler. Watching the stream while it's raining outside. Sounds intense. For real? Make sure you stay safe, man. That sounds a little risky. I hope you know what you're talking about, man. Watching Thirsty Thursday while it's raining? I don't know, man. RC giving out tier 1 sub, thank you. Acid, oh yeah, he might have been talking about acid rain. That would be bad. That would be bad. Do the kids like Texas? The kids love Texas, man. Brother, we came from Pittsburgh. Like, you can't play outside for like 6 months out of the year in Pittsburgh. Like, yeah, it's hot here, but they can play outside with their neighbor friends all day. And they love it. Like, every single day, I'm out there playing with my kids, the neighbor kids. Like, dude, like, it's just a good time, man. Today, the last 2 days, we've been all about tennis. We haven't played tennis since we got here. And I got my tennis racket from back when I was playing in high school. And I got a couple extra rackets. And we've been just playing tennis, man. Out in the front, out in the driveway. It's Texas is great. We also got Buc-ee's. We got Shipley's. We got Lupe Tortilla. Dude, I love Texas, man. I actually really like it. All right, how do I do this? Install guide. Put that there. Put those in there. Put that in the hole. Got it. Tracking. How big is your driveway if you can play tennis? Well, it's not as big as a real tennis court. That's not what I was saying, man. Lupe Tortilla is yummy. Dude, Lupe Tortilla is the best. That was on the official list of pros when we were evaluating the pros and cons of moving to Houston. Lupe? That was towards the top. And you have a Micro Center? Exactly. Dude, I haven't been to Micro Center in a while. I might be approaching a month since I've been to Micro Center. Yeah, I gotta head back there. I actually really need to head back there. I need some sort of excuse to go to Micro Center. HEB? Bro, don't ask me if I've been to HEB. I don't know if you were there for the last time somebody asked me if I've been to HEB, but like... Yes, I've been to HEB. Alright. What we're gonna do, we already removed the 2 plastic bridges that came pre-installed on the motherboard. Now, I love that ID Cooling labels these spacers and color coordinates them. I really wish AMD wasn't red though. That color kind of sticks out I get why they did it, but in my all black build, I don't want to see these red spacers. If you really care about aesthetics like I do. Then we're going to install these little bridges, these metal bridges, and that's going to go like this. And we will hand tighten them first and then fully tighten them down afterwards. Just paint them? Dude, I ain't got the time for that, brother. For real? Sharpie them? I mean, you could. You definitely could, but like, this is Thirsty Thursday, man. We definitely don't have time for painting projects. Definitely not. Lion with the $2 super chat says, how long have you been building PCs? I built my first PC when I was 5. So my age minus 5. So like, you know, 20 years-ish, give or take. A few 20-ish years of building dude, where's my screwdriver, man? Somewhere around there. $10 years? That's pretty long, man. You are not 25? I said ish. I said ish. You just got a round. Ain't no way you're that unk. What? Wait, you're 25? I thought you were older. I said ish, man. I didn't give you the exact amount. If you really want me to do the math, I could, but I just don't feel like that's necessary. It's about 20. You're like 30? I don't know about that, man. Weeble with 300 biddies says, hey Zach, I have a 14900K, 4080 Super, and 64 gigs of DDR5, but that's not my flex. Consider me interested in the rest of this comment. My flex is that if I ever stream and do a dual PC setup, I would build my own dual setup case. Have you heard of this before? A friend of mine built robots for fun, so he can help with the wiring, and I am an engineer at an aerospace machine shop, so I have the skill. What are your thoughts? Dual setup case? Brother, you don't need to be an engineer for those. They sell those. It was actually like a big deal like 4 or 5 years ago. Like whenever the true start of like everybody wanted to become a streamer on Twitch, which was like probably like 4 or 5 years ago, they were selling cases that have enough room for 2 PCs. It would be like an ATX sized motherboard as your main build, and then like in the corner or on the backside, it would be able to hold like an ITX case as well. That's already a thing, man. You don't need to whip out your non-flexing aerospace machine experience to do that. You can just go buy that, man. You can search for that on Amazon. Yeah, that's a thing. But if you want to build it yourself, go for it, man. They showed off some pretty nice dual cases at Computex this year? Really? Those things did not take off. I don't know a single person that bought one other than content creators trying to review it. Skeppy with the super chat says, I'm broke. Can I get a PC case and a PSU to pretend? From me? No. Dude, I'm already running a gaming PC giveaway right now. Like, dude, I'm doing my part. All right, where's my thermal? There it is. We're just gonna be using some ID Cooling Frost X25 as our thermal paste of choice tonight. And I'm gonna keep it basic for you, per usual. A slightly oversized, just to be sure, not perfectly symmetrical P. That's my style. That's how we do it. Here's the thickness. That's what we're rolling with tonight. We are also definitely gonna follow this warning label and remove that. Without question. Then we're gonna put this on top of here. Line up the screws. Smash it down. Try to keep it in place so that thermal paste doesn't spread absolutely everywhere. I have not done that yet. The screw is still not lined up. Not entirely sure what's going on. All right, that screw is started. Now we're going to do the same thing over here. And now that both of them are started, now we can go back and forth and evenly apply pressure. That took longer than it should. That's what I call a glob. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That was a solid glob. That's my style, man. The glob. That woke up my house. Here, I'll turn it up. My bad. There you go. Zubair with the $10 super chat says, serious question, not baiting. What PC case would you get to properly fit and show off a godlike motherboard build? O11 Vision would be snug, and glass top panels are hard to find. Good question. So like a godlike motherboard, aka the highest end PC specs that you can get. What case? That's such a subjective question, man. Height Y70? Whatever you want, man. Like, case, dude, if you're gonna spend that much money, Foifkin? That might be sharp. That might be sharp. I like that a lot. Maybe the Foifkin. No, don't go with the Foifkin. That's trolling, and we don't do trolling to people actually wanting help. It's whatever you want, man. Like, if you're gonna spend that kind of money, you got to pick whatever you want. Are those godlikes EATX? I would assume. So you definitely got to make sure that it's a large case, which I think is what you're hinting at. Are all the godlikes EATX? Godlikes are not my wheelhouse. I've never purchased a godlike motherboard. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have a good recommendation. It's whatever you want, whatever you think looks the best. You know? Too expensive for Zatch? Exactly, man. I don't got the money. How much are godlike? Dude, godlike motherboards are like over $1,000. I don't buy $1,000 motherboards. Godlikes are almost EATX. Yeah, that's not my strong suit, man. Best small budget white case right now? Something from Okanos, probably. Okanos has the Aqua Uno for $50. I don't think they have an all white version, but they do have a black and white version, which I really like. We're going to be building in that next week, by the way. Or 2 weeks. 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks because of the giveaway. Wow, that's going to take forever. The Okanos Mirage 4 is still a really good one for a white budget case. It's like $60. BBZ case leak. Dude, I'm okay with those leaks. I like giving you guys... Dude, you guys are an hour and 23 minutes. Dude, we're going fast. An hour and 23 minutes into a PC building live stream. Like, we're at the point now where we can start leaking the BBZs. Like, that's okay, man. That's all right. You guys have earned the leaks. Matthew with the $5 super chat says, I mainly play WoW. Great choice. I got a 7600 X3D and a 4070. upgrade to a 7850 X3D or a 9070 XT. I can trade in my 4070, so the 9070 XT would be $400. I'd probably do that. Yeah, I'd probably do that. Yeah, that's what I would do. Vector V100 in white, that's a good choice. That's a really good choice. I like that. I like that a lot. The V100 Mini. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I would probably upgrade to the 9070 XT, man. Why aren't you watching the Steelers game? Because it's preseason. And I got it pulled up right here. Oh, dude, Steelers are dominating. They got 2 more touchdowns. Who scored? Caden Wetjen? Dude, I don't know who that is. Riley Nowakowski. I don't know who that is either, man. Dude, we got the C and D team in. I don't know who those people are, man. That's probably why I'm not watching. Genuine random players? Yeah, I've literally never heard those names before as a diehard Steelers fan. But yeah, that would be why. Oh, Scott with the 1,000 biddies. Oh, there were 2. My bad. My bad. I got those mixed up. Scott also had the Max Verstappen, and he says, I just want to hear Max Verstappen. It reminds me of that super duck on TikTok. I don't know what that means, but remember, when you guys Max Verstappen me, that demonetizes the YouTube streams in Russia. For whatever reason, YouTube Russia has been giving us copyright warnings for the Max Verstappen song as of Monday. It's really annoying. Shout out to YouTube Russia. All right, anyway, we got the ASRock Challenger B850M, a Ryzen 5 9600X, cooled by a frozen A410 DK, but we're not using that rear fan just yet. We got 16 gigs of T-Force DDR5 RAM at 6,000 megahertz and a 1 terabyte Clev Crass C910 NVMe Gen 4 SSD. This is about as clean as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. That's looking nice. Let's get our power supply out. Next. Who signed the ball? Dude, that is Darnell Washington on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The big man. The 6'7", 300-pound tight end. AKA Mount Washington. AKA the dude that came onto Thirsty Thursday and built his PC. I taught him how to build his PC. Come on, man. You should know this. This is core ZTT Thirsty Thursday lore right here, man. No, he didn't sign that on camera, but he did sign some other stuff for you guys on camera. He actually just texted me this week. There's somebody else on the Steelers. Oh yeah, I already told you guys that. Somebody else on the Steelers might be interested in the build. He's hooking it up. How is Darnell's PC doing? I would have to imagine good because he hasn't said anything for a while. He broke it earlier this year in like April when he was like in the off season moving. I think he put it like in his trunk or something and drove across the country. I forget where he put it, but whenever he drove across the country, he broke it. And his is in the Height Y70 Touch Infinite as well. Thankfully, the only thing that broke was the riser cable from Height. So he brought it back to the office and we just swapped out the riser cable for him. And I haven't heard about anything since. So I think the PC is good to go. Look how small this little guy is. If you've never handled an SFX power supply before, it is absolutely wild the first time you do. It's just a little guy. Fun. All right. It's a baby. It's like a baby PSU, yeah. Let's pick out all of the cables we need. We got a lot of options here. Perfectly average? Yeah, it's still above average. It's just kind of a baby. Alex Sutton with the $5 super chat says, yo, Zach, I got an 8700F, 5070, 64 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte. I got $1,400 to upgrade. Already got an OLED. I did ask this stream 2 streams ago, but I have more budget now. I think my answer is the same if I remember this correctly. I would upgrade the 8700G to a 9850X3D, and then probably just chill with the 5070. But you could afford a 5070 Ti if you really wanted to. I probably would not do that because the 5070 is still really good. What graphics card do we have? We need the 12 volt. We unfortunately need the 12 volt. All right, I think that's all we need. I don't think we need SATA. Came in with 300 biddies. Do you plan to ever use the Cooler Master V8 Ace air cooler in a build? No, because I don't know what that is, but since you asked nicely, I'm kind of down to look it up. Cooler Master V8 Ace air cooler. Flagship single tower air cooler. Okay, I have actually used that before. That's the one that looks like a V8. Yeah, we used that on a live stream. I would guess 4 years ago. I don't remember anything about it. I'm sure it's good. But we did actually use that once. I don't remember anything though. What do you do with the rest of the PSU cables? We just give them, well, this is a BBZ, so a customer's gonna buy this. So we just give it to the customer. Because remember, you never want to mix and match modular power supply cables. You should only ever use the power supply cables that came with your power supply. In my opinion, if you have a power supply and you don't have the cables for it, and you need new cables, you should just buy a new power supply. I wouldn't even try to find Corsair SF1000L cables because they can change over time, even though this model number stays the same. So you should always keep your modular power supply cables. So anytime we use a modular power supply for a customer, we just give them the cables to make sure that they have it for future PC upgrading projects. Robin with 500 biddies. Hey Zach, just wanted to say that I love your streams. Introduced by my brother, and thanks for streaming today. It's my birthday. Happy birthday, Robin. Shout out to your bro. Tell him thanks for sending you my way. Appreciate that. Happy birthday to Robin. Did I miss much? I mean, not much. We're on our second PC of the night. We already built the first one. That one went pretty quickly. So now we're just, you know, I just started the second one like 3 minutes ago. So we're making good progress. We already got the whole motherboard prepped. And the power supply is almost prepped. So we're going to start putting the Lego pieces together. But no, I mean, you didn't miss that much. Not a whole lot. I have to wake up at 5:30 tomorrow for football practice. Dude, is that a thing? I saw kids today. I was driving to work at like 7:50, somewhere around there. No, I don't think it was 8 o'clock yet. And the whole football team was out there practicing. I'm like, dude, I must be in Texas. The whole football team was practicing on a school day at like 7 o'clock in the morning. That's a thing? Do they just not have to go to school? Texas doesn't mess around with football? Like I know that, but like that's still like, are they just excused from class? Like what is it? It's wild. I mean, we like when I was in high school, like we did 3 days like during the summer and we were practicing at 7 a.m. But not during school. Oh, maybe they just practice before school because it's so hot. Oh, I didn't think about that. Is that what it is? Yeah, I mean, that's a significant like 30-degree difference. Is that what it is? Some schools just practice before school starts? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's wild. First period football practice? I don't know if that's legit. When I was in high school, our football coach made us take a strength and conditioning class. I don't think anybody else in the school was allowed to take the class. It was just for football players. So that was how he bypassed the rules so we could at least lift weights during the school day. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. We're in another app break. I think now's a good time. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'm gonna freshen up on my beer and actually start drinking a cold one for once. That beer took me exactly 1 hour and 36 minutes to consume. Which is why it was very warm and gross. But yeah, don't go anywhere. You guys are still earning points. No, we're not doing a leak break. That's one. Well, I am taking a leak break, but we're not gonna have leak. I'll be back. Bro, despawned? Dude, I'm respawning right now. I do need a hydration break. I don't know how many of you claimed a hydration break. I haven't really seen any. You guys are slacking. This is literally my first sip of water during this stream. That is unacceptable. I need you guys to level up. Where's the PC? Well, I built one. We're building another one. Are you gonna drink that Modelo? Is that like an actual question? Am I going to drink the Come on, man. Towen with the $5 super chat says, hey Zach, my 240 mil AIO on the 5800X is starting to fail. Should I get the Thermal Right Frozen Edge or the Phantom Spirit? Thermal Right makes really good AIOs for not that much money. I would get whichever one you think looks the best. I have never seen a Thermal Right AIO leak. I think you missed quite a few hydrates. Yeah, okay. I don't think you'll have a problem with either one. So just get whichever one you think looks the best, in my opinion. Modelo Cold PC. So we're gonna take this opportunity to not only crack open a Modelo, but the first bottle opener that I found or grabbed was my Burj Khalifa at the top. Shout out to the fine folks over in Dubai. I actually bought this at the top of the Burj Khalifa tower in Dubai. Little fun fact. One of my military deployments was to the UAE, which allowed me to visit Dubai. Pretty cool place, man. Fancy opener? It is. I don't know what's going on with this batch of Modelo. This happened last week whenever I busted one of these out. I don't know if they like messed up this foil job or what, but it's been like super sticky. And it's not normally like this. What did you do there? I was working... what's an easy way to describe this? Because I wasn't in aircraft maintenance at that time. That's when I got out of aircraft maintenance. I was in charge of encrypted communications with our planes. So the Air Force planes, whenever they talk on the radio to air traffic control or other planes, other pilots, they're not talking just on the open radio waves that anybody can listen to. It's encrypted. And those encryption codes, it is basically an entire career field, which is what I was doing. So I was responsible for like managing these like, they weren't like laptops. It was just like these electronic devices that holds the encryption codes, and I would load them like from my laptop, which we would get from like the safes. Like this is all like classified. The codes themselves are classified, but we would get them from the safe, load them on a laptop, load them on these devices, and then we would give them to the pilots, and the pilots would then load those codes onto the planes. That way their radios could talk to, because everyone had the same codes. That way they could all talk through encrypted transmissions. Leaked? Everything I said is not classified. The codes themselves were classified, but that's what I was doing in the UAE. All right, Modelo time. That hits. Leaked government info, you can Google all that. Everything I just said, you can Google, I would assume. Bro was on some James Bond stuff. What's the code? Anonymous with the 420 dono. Thank you. Appreciate that. Laptop specs? Awful. We're talking about the tough books. the laptops that were like this thick, like I mean, you could throw it off a building and that thing wasn't scratching. Yeah, we're talking about the super thick laptops. Leaked. Yep. Totally leaked. DP, thank you for the super chat. Oh, I got Toan. All right, I think we should actually get the case out again for our second build of the night and actually start building again. Oh my god. It's been a while since we talked about this. But if you missed the intro of this stream, this is the Lee & Lee B4. It's one of their newest, if not the newest case. It's a slightly smaller version than the A3. And I totally know right off the bat how to uninstall these panels. Because it's like super simple. Most people will be able to figure out how to remove these right away the first time they do it. You know? Kind of feel bad for you if you have a problem figuring that out. Because that was no problem for me at all. I think your camera's tweaking? Dude, you're tweaking. Don't be talking about my camera like that. Lee & Lee, we got, of course, the high quality accessories box with some screws, all labeled with what you need. And then you can keep this little screw box for future projects. We got the acceptable, bare minimum, in my opinion, amount of zip ties at a total of 5. I'll take it. I need some motherboard screws. Oh, I also need fan screws, actually. I will gladly take those. I'll take the power supply screws as well, actually. Motherboard. There we go. Hopefully we don't need anything else. Yeah. I think we're good. Keller with the $20. YouTube Super Chat says, just separated from the Navy on July 23rd. I have a budget of $2,000 to build my first PC. What do you recommend? Congrats on separating from the military. We appreciate your service. Good sir. $2,000. I would start in the range of a 9600X and a 5070. No. I would start at the 9600X and a 9070 XT. And then work our way around that, depending on how much you want to spend on the case, how much you want to spend on aesthetics. It's probably going to be 16 gigs of DDR5. But yeah, 9600X and a 9070 XT would be my starting point. You can definitely build a PC for $2,000 with those specs, even right now. Is that a Lee & Lee B4? It is. So what do we want to do first? This is a panel so you can install a radiator, which we are not going to even entertain. So I'm just going to uninstall that and pretend that this doesn't exist. Like so. There we go. Put that in our little bin. All right. Now we have a wide open case to play with. We're going to put our motherboard right here. We're going to put our SFX power supply here. I think we can get a front fan in there. We can definitely get a back fan in there. And then if I'm not completely upset with how this build is going, I will install 3 slim fans down here as well, but I'm not making any promises. I could see this build going south pretty quickly because this is very small. I'm kind of nervous. And some things will go wrong. And at that point, I might just say, we don't really need those fans under there. So let's take all of these cables out. 4 now. It looks like these 2 slim 120s down there are daisy chained together. We can keep that over here because we need room to get our motherboard in there. Red Dragon with 1,000 biddies and no message. Wow, thank you. DP with the super chat, thank you. And I Eat Chicken, also with Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Appreciate that. Does it have all the standoffs? It does. It does. We are good. Now, I did see one person build in this case. I think it was Mr. Matt Lee. Do you guys watch Mr. Matt Lee? And if I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure he struggled with the power supply 4+4 connector, installing it once it was in the case. So I'm going to take that advice to heart. And I'm actually going to plug that in now up there. That way I don't have to plug that in later, because it looked pretty difficult. Also, I don't know what I'm doing, but we are going to completely screw up this desk unless if I put that build mat on there. So we need to waste all this time completely clearing off this desk, because I don't want to scratch this thing, man. This is a nice desk. I forgot to put the build mat back on here. My bad. Yay, I'm unbanned from chatting. What are you getting banned for? Well, guys, it's... I know in the Twitch world, this may sound inaccurate, but I'm going to tell you what the real world is like. Okay? Real quickly. I know some of you are going to like think that this is absolutely crazy. I just want you to know, it is not a normal thing to get banned in a Twitch chat. I don't think I've ever been banned from anything in my entire life. Like in a video game, in any sort of social media or chat, like it's not normal to get banned. Most people don't get banned. Why are you getting banned? There's so many people there's like, dude, I don't know why I got banned. It's like, if you're in a situation where you don't know why you got banned, like that's just revealing like how like out of touch with normal society you are. You know, he's spamming the same message. It's like how do you not know that you can't just spam the same message over and over again in a chat? Like, come on, man. You should not be getting banned anywhere. It's not a normal thing. Can I get ones in the chat? Again, no trolling. Can I get ones in the chat for people that have literally never been banned before in any Twitch chat whatsoever? You got to be honest. Only type 1 if you have literally never been banned on YouTube or Twitch. See how normal that is? Like you look at that chat right there, man. Like you should not be getting banned anywhere. Okay? I'm just letting you know. Maybe that's valuable. A couple people are typing 2s though. That's slightly concerning. There's like, not everyone's perfect. There are a couple 2s. I don't think I've ever done anything remotely close to getting banned on Twitch. How about a Discord server? You shouldn't be getting banned from Discord servers either. That falls under the same category. You should never be getting banned from things like that. That's not normal. All right. Hakeem with the super chat. Are you gonna put an Astro 5090 in that Lian Li B4? No. No, definitely not. All right, I'm still in the process of getting this build mat on here. Why not? Why not? Because like places don't have weird Twitch rules. Like Twitch rules are almost always no spamming, no excessive use of curse words, don't talk about controversial topics. Like it's so simple not to get banned. That's why you shouldn't be getting banned anywhere. You know. It's not like they're asking you to do difficult things. You should get a clear map. I don't know if that's a troll. There's a very real chance that you're not trolling. We tried a clear map literally last week and quickly discovered that that did not work. It's somewhere in this room. It's over there. We tried a clear map. It created terrible reflections. So you could see like the camera up above me. You could see the lights. It didn't look good at all. Yeah. Yeah, we tried. We gave it a solid test, but did not work, unfortunately. I thought it was a good idea too. Unfortunately not, though. So now we got the black desk mat with the black computer parts. Not the most aesthetic thing to look at, but this is where we are right now. I'm also seeing a zip tie right here. You probably won't be able to see it. Somebody cut this zip tie with like an inch of slack left. Lian Li, that's kind of a little amateur. I'll get in here and cut this myself. Who leaves this much? Look. I like Lian Li, don't get me wrong, but like, who leaves that much slack on a zip tie? I need you to... I need whoever did that to take a little bit more pride in your work. Or the robots too. I'm not entirely sure. I need those robots to get a little bit more dialed in. Oh my god, this is tight. What the Oh, dude, we are definitely not installing those extra fans. Does this even fit? What the? How does this even? Oh my god! Oh, this is. Oh, I hate it. Oh my god. Oh, this. Oh, brother, how does this even fit? Oh, this is gonna be brutal. This is micro ATX? What? How do I get this in here? What the? Oh my god. How is this a micro ATX case? Oh my goodness. It doesn't fit. I am definitely not getting fans in here. Wiggle it? Dude, I'm gonna have to do more than wiggle. Don't clip that. How does this fit? This legitimately doesn't fit. Oh my god. All right, we gotta do something with this. Oh wow, this is wild. Case swap? Might have to, bro. Dude, this is gonna get ugly. All right, let's get these. What can I do with these cables? Oh man, this is brutal. Okay. All right, let's try something different. Oh my god. This is like the absolute minimum size that a micro ATX case can be legally. That is crazy. Let's remove this. This is the... Hopefully I don't forget this, but this is the power supply like adapter thing. Let's get this out of the way. Because then I can move the cables a little bit farther. I don't know how this thing works. Yeah, see, that is what our SFX power supply goes into. Right there. It's actually going to look pretty cool. Let's get that out of there. And then let's also remove whatever the fudge this thing is. We got to get this out of here too. Oh, dude, this is crazy. Lee and Lee does not make bad cases. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not fun. Oh, man. I was not expecting that at all. Like, I knew this was going to be a tight case, but I didn't think it was going to be like that. How do I get this off? Oh, those. This is as tight as a micro ATX gets. And then tighter. This is wild. All right. Yeah, I don't think I need this. I think what I'm removing now, oh my God. Oh my God, what is happening? There we go. I think what I just removed is the SFX, or I'm sorry, the ATX case adapter. At least I hope so. I'm hoping we don't need that. Okay. Now we have a bit more room. This way. So I can at least move these cables all the way over there. Like that. Oh my God, but I'm still concerned about this motherboard getting in here. Okay. All right, we might be in business. Oh my God. Jeez, dude. That is not the... Were you guys here for my talk last night about how I don't play video games for difficulty? Like, I like playing video games to relax. I don't like PC builds for difficulty. That's not my style either. I prefer the easy builds. I don't need the build to be difficult. Small form factor PCs are your best friend. I don't know why I continue to do this. Like, every time I look at a small form factor PC, I'm like, dude, that seems like a great idea. And then I get here and I'm like, dude, what am I doing? I'm just installing the screws now. No pain, no gain. It's true, man. Every rep of small form factor building gets you better at small form factor building. That is true. Veteran difficulty right now, dude, this might be legendary. This is up there. Wani with $5 super chat says, is there a product on the market with USB-C, Thunderbolt dock, and streaming deck like Elgato combined? I don't think so, but if there is, I'd be interested. Ben with the tier 1 sub, thank you. Crazy in Love with the $5 super chat says, is my 7600X 3D 5060 Ti good? Yes. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Don't worry, man. It's a good build. This is tough. Struggling just to get the screw in there. There we go. How's it going? I mean, it's going, man. Okay. All right, that's in there. I don't think that one screw is going to happen at all. But we can get this one in. I'm curious about the temps. Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to put fans in here because that's just going to create all sorts of chaos. But we might need them. Well, like I said, we'll see. Well, We'll see how the rest of the build goes. I think I might be able to get a screw in that top one. I'll use my trusty Be Quiet screwdriver. This came with a Be Quiet CPU cooler like at least 6 years ago. And it's really good because it's magnetic and it's super long and skinny, which is perfect for very tight obstacles like this. See, I actually got that screw in there perfectly. That was awesome. That's why we keep that one on deck for times like that. Okay. All right, we might be in business. Good thing I already plugged in that 4+4. That was super sharp. Oh, actually, I can tighten that one screw. I'll use this screwdriver. Sorry for the bald spot cam. Yeah, that wasn't in there. Yeah, redo that. All right. Get an LTT screwdriver. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure you're trolling, but this would not have worked in these last two screw positions. We specifically needed the long and skinny options here. Okay, now what can we do? Now we need to plug in all of these cables. Okay, let's start with the fan. Oh, dude, how am I gonna... Oh my god, dude, this is gonna suck. Thankfully, we do have a lot of fan headers on this motherboard. That's one thing going for us right now. So we're kind of up. I can plug in this into the top fan header here. Like so. That's plugged in. Power cable I can't do anything about now. Why? Okay, Lee and Lee, this is a mistake. Are you serious? Lee and Lee, what are we doing here, man? Why is my USB 3.0 cable this long? It's literally longer than the entire... Like, where am I going that I would need this long of a USB 3 cable? That is absolutely obnoxious. The USB 3 connector is either going to be here or it's going to be here. That is longer than ATX cases. Okay, that was a mistake. Lee and Lee is usually pretty dialed in. That seems... Now, because now I got to cable manage all of that cable. That seems excessive. Same thing with you. Dude, why are these cables so long? Why would they do that? It's right here. USB-C is always right here. Why would they do that? They're probably just using parts from other builds to keep costs down. Now, HD audio, I kind of understand. HD audio is almost always wrapped all the way down here in the bottom left. That kind of makes sense. That one I buy. And then we got the front panel. We do have a consolidated front panel connector. Much appreciated. Boom. Okay. So, but now I have to somehow... How do I cable manage this? Dude, what do I do? What do I do with these cables? And the power supply has to go in here somehow? This is actually going to be one of the very first builds where I am not going to do... This is very weird for me. I'm actually not going to do a round of pre-cable management. I always cable manage my builds before the power supply goes in because we have this hunk of junk, all these cables from the case, but I want to cable manage them like right in this area, and this is where our power supply has to go. So I think it's going to be smarter. Big brain move here. I think it's going to be smarter for us to install the power supply before cable managing. Is everybody on board for that? Does that sound sharp? Good call using an SFX power supply? Yeah, I knew it was a good call. I didn't know it was this good of a call, though. Yeah, that's going to be incredibly helpful. And actually, before we do that, we should get this intake fan installed first. We're just making all sorts of big brain moves right now. This is a little skinny fan, if you've never seen these before. This is how they compare to a normal-sized fan. It's about half, little bit more than half the width. But slim fans can come in handy for builds like this. They can't move as much air, but they'll get the job done. Pars with 300 biddies. Can I send you a PC part picker list? No, sorry. Not on Thirsty Thursday. Especially on a build like this, man. That would disrupt the workflow, to say the least. Half the width, twice the price. Yeah, they can get a little expensive, but I think we're paying for the engineering, not the size. Slim fans got to be loud? They're not. I mean, these are Lee & Lee slim fans. They're not going to be jet engine levels. At least I hope not. Yeah, let's install this first before that small form factor. That way we have at least... I'm not committing to those 3 front fan. Oh, that looks satisfying. Check this out. That looks satisfying right there. We're gonna put the... We got a nice little spot here for a 120, which is why we got the fan screws out, and we'll install that before the power supply. Have you ever wanted to rage quit a build? Dude, all the time. Are you serious? All the time. Some builds, they can be a slog. Sometimes I'm looking at LA Army guys build. Yeah, that was... I mean, that was the worst. That was the worst case scenario. But there's been a few others where it's like, you know, I'm enjoying my time hanging out with you guys. I love my job. I like drinking beer. Like, life is good. But, like, I really don't want to be building that PC right now. Sometimes. Okay. Now I think we can install the power supply, which I'm not entirely sure how we're going to do yet. So again, this goes in like this, I think. Or was that upside down? I think that was upside down. I think it goes in like this. No, that is definitely wrong. Definitely this way. And then, how does this work? Go figure, all these cables are in the way already. Wait, this doesn't seem right. I feel like I'm upside down. Your beer is looking a little full. Super sharp. That's a good call, Cool Fusion. Otherwise, we're gonna have another hour-and-a-half long beer. How's this go in? Did this get bent? Oh, it did get bent. That's why. Got a little bent. Okay, I think it's this. Just keep trying until it fits. Yeah. There we go. Think. How did this get bent so badly? Okay, so that goes like that. So we need to take our power supply, because it's going to go in like that. We probably want the fan to be on this side, so it's also intaking fresh air. And that means this thing goes over top of it like this, and that's how it's going to mount on the case. Why aren't you sipping on some Everclear? That's not my style, man. I got, speaking of sipping, I got possibly the best text that you can get from a friendly neighbor yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, man. I know I've told you guys a couple times that I feel like I've hit the jackpot when it comes to the neighborhood that we moved in. You know, my kids, they got a lot of friends. We got a lot of friends already. This neighborhood is just popping. But I got a text from my neighbor yesterday, and all it said was, garage beers this weekend, question mark. It's like, bro, say no more. Count me in. Garage beers over the week? Just tell me where. Oh, man. Enough said, exactly. Dude, I couldn't type in fast enough. That is literally the definition of in. Dub neighbor, exactly. Yeah. I'm excited. Living the life. Dude, that is life right there, man. That is it. I mean, we got the garage beer, the garage fridge already stocked up. Like we're good. The only thing is I have to build this computer before the garage beers, and I'm just a little concerned that this might not happen. Actually, I'm getting slightly more concerned now. Did you do the block party yet? No, it's not for a few more weeks. I probably should not have teased the block party so early, because a couple of you guys keep asking me about it. I'm excited too, but this doesn't fit. Is this because it's an L? An SFX L? Dude, we're not about to have another failed BBZ, are we? I don't know if this is gonna fit, because it's an SFX L, not a normal. I don't know if L stands for, I don't know what L stands for, but this is a slightly longer. I don't think it stands for longer. It's a slightly longer power supply for SFX. Is that going to be the difference of me not being able to add this? Dude, okay, I'm actually kind of concerned it is. What can I do? Try screwing it on while the PSU is inside? I might have to. Well, no, that won't work. I can't access the screws from the top. All right, let's shh. Is there any way I can finagle it out this way? Ooh, this might be tough. Saw it in half. Grinder. Dude, I don't think it's gonna fit. A grinder would actually help, because all I need to do is cut this little section right here. That's all we need, man. I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think this can work with SFL power supplies, unless if there's a different way to mount it. I don't think this is gonna happen, man. Oh no. There's no way. Hold on, let me take all the cables out. Let's see. Let's do our due diligence here. Dude, there's no way we're gonna have another failed BBZ. There's no, dude, I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think this fits at all. Okay. I think it's too big. I don't think the SFL is gonna work. And I don't think we're gonna be able to use the normal size bracket either. The normal size bracket's gonna be too big. Don't start a losing streak. Did we finish? No, we finished BBZ Numero Cinco. Walmart? Dude, I don't think it's gonna work. I'm trying to think if there's anything we can do to salvage this. How does the power cord go in if it's facing up? There's an extension cord in here which we would have to plug in. That goes from the back of the case to the front. I don't think there's any way for me to do this. Because there's no way that I can install these screws into the power supply. Because I can't remove this top panel of the case. Mount it externally. It's just because of this little, look at this. This is what's stopping us right here. I don't know how well you can see this. I know it's kind of dark. Try and get some light on it. This right here. See how it's just like a little rectangle right here? That's what's stopping us. The max PSU length is 140 mil. Is this longer? This might be like 160. This might be 160. What time is it? It's 10:30. What are my options? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm actually, it's like just now coming to me, ironically. I'm pretty sure the reason I didn't use this power supply in a previous ITX build was because it was too long. That's why I have it. What can I do? Let's do a round of finagling real quick to see if this can happen. I need all the brain power real quick. I just, if I could access the screws from here, it would work. What if okay, let's uninstall this. I've never had a problem with being too long. Same. 16 with Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Cal with the $2 super chat. Hams, Twitch Prime. Dread also with Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Appreciate that. I need the full brain power right now. Nothing a beer can't fix. All right, let's try that. Okay. So this needs to somehow, this fits this way. Is there any way that we can get, so this goes in like this, like that. And then is there any way that we can secure the power supply? No, dude, there's just no way, man. There's no way I can get that power supply to screw in. It's just not gonna work. And then I can't move this up or down. Wait, I might be able to. I might be able to. Let me think. I think I can get 3 screws in, which is enough. I think it's possible. All right, hear me out. Hear me out. This can kind of peek out this way. So we can definitely at least get these 2 screws in. Okay. All right, we got 2. And then I think we need to go back to our trusty Be Quiet skinny screwdriver. And I think I can install one of them through the fan blade. Like so. And then the power supply can be mounted. Genius. We made it happen. We actually made it happen. I want to give an insanely special shout out to the person that told me to drink a beer first. That's exactly what did it. That was such a clutch move. This is actually very satisfying to look at. How this power supply like is perfectly flush with the side of the case. That actually looks really cool. Now this secures to that with these screws. We are 1 screw short, but personally, I think that's good enough. I think it'll be perfectly fine like that, especially with all these screws on the side. Boom. Oh. That might not be as big brain as I thought. I still gotta plug in the cables since I unplugged those. I think it's doable. It's gonna be tight. I gotta plug in all of the power supply cable. Oh, dude, why do I do these builds? I don't understand. What am I thinking? And I didn't plug the... All right, the next, I'm just letting you guys know. This is it. I am actually retiring. I am retiring. Oh yeah, dude, I can't plug that in. This whole thing's got to come out. I am actually retiring from small form factor builds. We can all say that we were here, but this is it. This is the last one. I am completely done with small form factor builds. All of the content of the small form factor builds, that's it. That's it. We're just gonna leave it how it is. I've done my share. I had fun sticking to ATX and preferably eATX builds from now on. That was it. Lost media. Yep. You guys were here. This is my official retirement. I need the Terra V2. That sounded cool for a while, but I am no longer interested. Where's my power cable? Old me would have loved a Terra V2, but the new me is moving on. Don't think I can do it. If that is a thing, I'm not sure. All right, here's that power connector that I'm talking about. Gonna plug that in. Hopefully. Like that. That's an extension cable that runs the length of the case. So we can still use a power supply cable in the backside of the case like normal. Okay, I'm just gonna put 1 screw in now. Let's make sure that I can plug in the modular cables before I go farther. Congrats on 2 million subs. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, now let's see if my non-raccoon hands can actually fit in here. This is going to be slightly difficult, but I think I can do it. Oh my god, this is tough. I feel like a lot of my videos talk about how the assembly process of PC builds is not the hard part. It might actually be slightly fake news. With ITX builds, like some of... I know you guys can't see it. You're just looking at my bald spot. Sorry. With small form factor builds, you know, sometimes the assembly process is actually difficult. Like this is physically difficult. Not impossible, but it does have a level of difficulty to it. But it's doable. And that's all that matters. It's doable. Oh my god. If I gained a single skill from the military, and in my aircraft maintenance days, it's definitely this. You know? Doing hardware maintenance in tiny places. That is the skill. Right there, man. I got one more to do. The 4+4 CPU power cable that we plugged in a long time ago. That needs to come up and around here. Probably like this. And that can plug into that. Boom. All power supply cables are plugged in. We're also double and triple checking to make sure that they're nice and tight. And they are good. Now I can go back to finishing the PSU installation, and then I never want to do that again. What years were you in? In the Air Force, 2010 to... Actually, I never remember the year I got out. I would guess 2018. I think it was 2010 to 2018. I was in for 8 years. If I remember properly. But I really don't know. I really don't remember. I definitely joined in 2010 though. My brother is active in the Marines. Nice. Shout out to him. Okay. If you're not tracking what just happened, our power supply is successfully installed, mounted, and the power supply cables are actually plugged in. We even have that little rectangle holding strong without a Dremel, and it's in there nice and flush. The backside of this with the power supply like being flush, dude, that actually looks really cool. That's one of my favorite features of the B3 or the B4, I mean. That is a clean backside of the computer. That looks awesome. Greatest comeback in history? Well, we didn't finish it yet, so don't get too excited. Now, one thing I can say for sure is I am definitely not installing those fans at the bottom. No way am I doing that. I told you guys ahead of time. We'll see how the build goes. Clearly, I'm not in the mood to install those fans underneath, but I am going to install our one rear fan. That way we just have some nice front to back air, and we're also installing a huge GPU at the bottom, which is going to be intaking air anyway. So we technically have our front to back and our bottom to top airflow. We should still get really good temperatures like that. I'm not going to install those 3 fans though. I'll be here all night. No way am I doing that. Okay. Use it for redundancy. I don't need redundancy. I think we'll be fine. All right. I need 4 more case screw fans. Can we call you Captain ZTT? No. I was a staff sergeant in the military. So I would prefer Staff Sergeant ZTT if you don't mind. Which, just for the record, is significantly lower than a captain. I wasn't saying that in like well, I'm a staff sergeant. No, it's just I'm not worthy of the captain title. Staff Sergeant ZTT, that actually looks pretty good. I like that. Or Sergeant for short. You can call staff sergeants just Sergeant. Sergeant ZTT. That it's kind of got a ring to it. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't hate the sound of that one. All right, let's get this rear fan installed now. Again, this is the fan that came with the CPU cooler, but I'm opting to place it back here just so it looks nice. Not that we're gonna see the aesthetic fan, but just so it looks nice. Not entirely sure how this works. Does it fit? Brother, I do not have time for more compatibility issues. Does it fit? What's the difference between a sergeant and a staff sergeant? There is none. In the Air Force, you can just call staff sergeants. You can even call tech sergeants, which is the next rank up. You could just call them sergeant. The real rank is called staff or tech sergeant. But most people, like when you're just having everyday conversations, just say sergeant. You don't say, hi, Staff Sergeant ZTT. You would just say, hey, Sergeant Faree, Sergeant ZTT, etc. Did you see or drive a stealth bomber? I've seen them. I've never drove them. I don't think you can drive them. I also didn't fly one because I'm not a pilot. All right, that is installed. Brother, dude, this is gonna be tied for, if not my very worst cable management of my entire life. Ouch. Dude, now the case is making me bleed. How am I supposed to plug that in? And what was so sharp? I'm trying to plug in the case fan for the rear fan. Gotta make sure we don't get blood on this customer's build. That would be bad. Oh, dude, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to left hand this one. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see this. Oh, brother. Dude, why do I do this? Needle nose pliers? I might actually need to do that. I don't know if I can get this in here. I feel like I've been dialed in enough. Oh, dude, I just got it in. That was very lucky. Dude, let's go. I got very lucky on that. I mean, I got a slight cut here. Not enough for the blood to like consistently come out, but we got a little nick, if you will. A little battle wound, some would say. Not enough to be dripping blood, but enough to be reminded that PC building, it's a serious thing, man. This is a serious ordeal we're doing. We're going to battle here. All right, this is not an easy feat, dude. I need a break. I need a break. I need some Modelo. I need some good conversation, and more importantly than any of that, I need some awa. I know CPR if needed. Good to know, man. Zach 0 PC 1. Dude, the PC is up way bigger than that. I do have 1 point for actually getting that power supply mounted. I definitely deserve a point on that one, but I think the case is up by like 5. Please tell me the PSU switch is on. This was supposed to be a relaxing break. If I look under there and the PSU switch is not on, I might retire from all PC building. There is a significant chance that it is not actually on. And there's also a significant chance I'm going to have to remove the PSU to switch it back on. I don't even want to, I genuinely don't even want to look. I have no interest in looking. 50-50? Oh, bro. I need a miracle right now. If I had to guess, I would say it's not. I need a miracle right now. Please. I need beer first. Somehow, this is actually the worst case scenario. Literally worst case scenario. The PSU button is so deep inside the case, I literally can't even tell if it's on or off. I have no idea. I don't even know. It's so far tucked up and in there. I legitimately have no idea if it's maybe I could see through the fan blade. Hold on. Let me get my trusted tactical flashlight. I can't see. I have no idea. I have no idea if it's on or off. It's off for sure. I have no idea. We will find out though. Later. I think if I had to, I could jam a screwdriver in there and eventually flick it on. So I'm not terribly concerned. I think we're okay. I don't know why I do this. It just makes no sense. All right, we have one more connector to plug in, and that's this guy. We have yet another PWM fan connector. This time it's for the front fan, and this is going to be the easiest connector of the day because that just goes at the bottom. Oh wait, no, we have several other things to plug in. I need to plug in. Just don't look at the cable man. I haven't cable managed it, but just don't look at it. Take a break. Take a break from the stream. Let's all just take a big break. I need to somehow plug in the 24 pin, which is gonna go up here. This one shouldn't be terrible. I think I can do this. Is that it? All right, that's it. Let's press that down. Oh, wait, no. Was that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Now everything's plugged in except for our 12 volt. But we need... What do I... What do I do with these cables? I don't understand. Why are they so long? I don't even know where to begin. How do I look at this, dude? What the Oh my god. Should just stayed in the military. That would have been, oh my god, dude. That might have been the better call. I was starting to think that I had that. Starting to think that was a dialed in decision, but starting to have my doubts. All right, let's just take it one zip tie at a time. It's the only thing we can do. One zip tie at a time. It'll work itself out. Okay, we got this. We're not gonna give up. We're almost at the finish line. This thing is actually, believe it or not, almost built. I don't know what the fudge this is. That we're just gonna tuck over there. We don't need that. Oh, that's the power cable. Yeah, we definitely don't need that. Okay. Let's just do it. Let's just start zip tying things. See where the cables land. It's not gonna be pretty either way, but I don't think it's supposed to be in a case like this. Let's just start zip tying it together and see where the chips fall. Hope you still don't quit. We're not quitters around here, man. We're not quitters. Tomorrow, we have a party at the ZTT office. We're doing a little mini celebration for hitting 2 million subscribers this week. Everyone's just working a half day. And then around lunchtime, we're all going to hang out. We're going to play some video games. We're going to drink some beer. We're going to eat pizza. We might play some board games. And we're just going to kind of hang out. And I do not want to show up to that little party with another failed BBZ. I can't let that happen, man. That is not what I'm about to do. Hey, it's my birthday tomorrow? See, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's gonna be a good party day. You can do it, Staff Sergeant ZTT. I like where your head's at. I like that a lot. Okay, I wouldn't actually call this cable management. This is more like, I don't know, man. Asking for a cable miracle. But I'm just zip tying. I'm just zip tying. I think it's actually kind of working. It's not perfect. But I think it's actually like slightly bundling up together. And not, I mean, it's not gonna look great, but there's nowhere to hide the cable, so this is just the hand we were dealt. Cut the cables so they're out of the way? It's not a bad idea, man. I'm gonna catch up on all these subs and resubs, and dare I say, if anyone's cool enough to use Twitch Prime subs, I will be catching up on those soon. Dude, call me crazy, but I feel like we're kind of there. Let's start cutting these. Just got this huge cable bundle going on, but that's fine. We're gonna need a huge cable bundle somewhere. This I gotta do something with that. That we can't be having. That looks ugly. Can that just like be stuffed down this way? I think it can. Yeah. Put that over there. Oh. Okay. Starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I need to somehow like attach. Is this a... Oh, yes, it is. I want to bring this whole bundle closer to the power supply. What motherboard is that? It's the ASRock Challenger B850M. Yeah, see, I can attach this to the power supply, get it a little closer. Over here. Oh! I don't know how well you guys can see this. But I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever done. Right? How are we feeling? Not the worst thing ever. And then we just got this guy. I don't think that's awful. It's not beautiful, but it's not... The thing is, it's not meant to be. Clean? It's all right. For the situation, it's pretty good. I mean, we can at least see our motherboard. You know, I mean, we gotta have a bundle somewhere. I just realized I royally screwed up, though. To the point where I think I need another beer. Does anybody want to take a guess at where we messed up? Royally messed up. Like, I just set us back at least another 30 minutes. I'm not even joking. There's no way that this GPU is gonna fit with... All right, let's do it. We don't give up. We just don't. We're gonna keep pressing. Currently, there's no possible way that that GPU is fitting. Because why did I choose a 3-fan GPU? Couldn't tell you. Sounded like a good idea at the time. Quite possibly the dumbest thing I've done all week. I mean, this... dude, I don't even know if this is going to fit in the case, let alone around that huge bundle. This might be the stupidest build I've ever done. Were you drunk? Dude, I must have been. I must have been. Absolutely obnoxious. All week? Dude, all right. Feel like I can't even enjoy how good and how clean of a GPU this looks. This is a very clean looking GPU from PMY. Feel like I can't really enjoy it because I know it's gonna bring me a lot of pain, sadness. I mean, that is just squeaky clean. Oh my god, that looks so good. Look, oh my god. I love that. It's got a really nice, like, anti-fingerprint material. It's like almost textured on the back plate. It looks really good, actually. 2-slot, 5070. There's no possible way this is gonna fit in here, though. Not even close. Metal backplate, yeah. Yeah, it's metal, but it's like textured somehow. It feels really premium, actually. You know, it would be good if I didn't have this huge cable bundle right here. It would work great. Look how good this would look. Look how densely packed that is. That looks great. The only slight problem is I just built a humongous cable bundle. Right there. There's literally only one thing to do right now. Literally only one thing. Can't believe I'm doing this. This is the only solution. They all gotta go. Even this one that I loved. This was the one. This was the zip tie I really liked. That's what kept it all close to the power supply. It's all gotta go. All right. Now what? How much clearance do we actually have? Will the power supply fit, or the graphics card fit like that? Let's see. Oh my god, dude. That barely fits without cables. Or without cable management. How do I do this? Dude, I gotta remove this one. Painful, the 1000 biddy says, the bundle isn't your only problem. Look at the connectors on the PSU. Think that's in the way? Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. Feel like that's not gonna be a problem. Feel like we have enough clearance. Could be wrong though. Dude, this is such a good idea. This was like so fun. Look at that. Oh man, that connector is that's an actual problem. How's that look? You think we can ship it? Starting to think we just go with this. Like, we give it like an old close enough. Slight sag. I don't know, man. Might just be the way you're looking at it. Can you move the PSU up? No, not in a million years can I do that. Okay. All right. Painful was right. This connector has to move. I don't have any other spots to put it though. Hold on. I gotta use my flashlight real quick. See what type of options I got. Oh, I can move it down there. Okay. If it fits. If it reaches. Dude, this is so fun. I could have just used a Foifkin and I could be on like my third PC by now if I used a Foifkin. Oh man. This was such a smart idea. I love PC building. I love it. It's so fun. It's just so difficult. Put the GPU on the outside? Dude, I might have to. Ooh, I actually got it. Okay. All right. I successfully moved the modular cable to hopefully be low enough that the GPU isn't impacted by it. Still not entirely sure what we're going to do with all these cables. But let's at least see if the power supply can be installed. Or, sorry, graphics card. Oh, dude, there's no way. No, that's not getting in at all. Why did they say this is compatible with an SFX power supply? That ain't fitting. That definitely ain't fitting. There's no way that's fitting. It's hitting connectors like all the way at the bottom of the power supply. And the difference of my SFL power supply is probably what's causing it. Vertical GPU bracket? Yeah, I'm sure that's fine. Yeah, we'll just put it like that. Yeah, definitely. That'll definitely work. Yeah, you think we can just leave it like this? I think that's fine, man. Time to wrap it up. Yeah, there's no way that would fit. I have an idea, though. I'll be back. I'm not giving up yet. I'm actually going to pee, so give me a couple of minutes. I have a solution. I had to think long and hard about this. Sometimes PC builds just don't work out. You know, sometimes you think you did some planning and it just didn't work. You can always... What the heck? What is this? I got distracted. Oh, wow. Okay. You know, not every PC is going to go according to plan. Sometimes you can just give up. You can take it back to the office. You can get somebody else to finish it, or you can return back to another stream and fix it. But we've had a failed BBZ already. We're only at BBZ numero 6. I can't be failing this much. We cannot end the live stream until this PC boots up. Okay. I'm committed. It's 11:15. I've been streaming for the last 4 days in a row. Today's supposed to be the last day. There is no possible way I would end a 4-day streaming streak with a failed BBZ. No way I would let that happen. Thankfully, at some point in time, I thought one day I might need a backup graphics card. One day a BBZ might not be going well. We might need to make a swap. Or maybe my current PC breaks and we need an additional option. We ride or die? That's how I'm feeling. Let me present to you the new graphics card of BBZ numero 6. A 2-fan ASRock Challenger, 16 gig, 9060 XT. Brand new. Let me remind you, we are pairing it with an ASRock Challenger motherboard. Challenger, more VRAM. To be honest, I just don't think the 5070 is enough. 12 gigs of VRAM. I ain't got time for that. I need more VRAM. Here's our solution. Oh yeah. That's the size of graphics card I'm talking about right there. Look, I wasn't kidding. Brand new. I got this for trying times. Whenever I need a new GPU. We keep backup GPUs in the ZTT household, in the Sergeant ZTT household at all times. Well, now we don't. Now we officially are out of backup GPUs, but for the most part, we only ever have multiple options. That's how we do it around here, man. That is tiny. This that's what I want to see, man. That is what I want to see right there. This is the solution. BBZ numero 6, 9600X, and a 16 gig 9060 XT. Now you have the 5070 for backup. That 5070 is dead to me. That's not a backup at all. I hate it. This right here. All along, everyone calls me an AMD glazer. This is why. AMD is always here to save my day. I mean, it doesn't get any more clutch than that. You know what else we're removing from this build? I probably should have waited till I could successfully remove that before that halftime speech. Hold on. Just pretend I didn't say anything yet. Oh, brother, this is going to take forever. How do I Oh my god. How do I get rid of this? Alright. Nothing a screwdriver can't fix. Alright, pull that out. Now we can get this one. There we go. Alright, the other thing we're removing. Oh, wait, hold on. There's two. Oh my god. There's two. Hold on. Hold on. Go. Is the stupid 12 volt high power connector. No more. I didn't want it in my build anyway. Stupid cable. We don't allow stupid cables in the BBZ builds anymore. This is how we do it, man. I need a single 6+2 on that bad boy. That's it. Don't fix what's not broken. All right. We're almost at the finish line. All right. Let's plug that connector back in. Like so. We'll get this connector back in. Bro is slowly losing it. Dude, I have never been more dialed in. This is peak dialed in-ness. Now we gotta plug this in. This is why modular power supplies are amazing. Just swap things in and out. There we go. That's plugged in. Get all these cables out of the way. Bada bing, bada boom. You clear the landing. Hold on, is there a sticker on there? No. Clear the landing for the graphics card. Sorry if you're looking at the bald spot. My bad. Yeah, the 1,000-watt power supply is looking a little questionable. I mean, it was already questionable, but we got some headroom. We got some future-proof support. Let's go. It's not that bad. It's actually not. You know, I think this actually might be a... I think I can still plug that in. Nobody freak out. The front panel connector unplugged itself during that operation. I think we're okay, though. I think we're okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's in. That's back in action. We're good. Back on the battlefield. Let's go back to zip tying, shall we? Don't panic. Dude, I never panic. We have stayed true to the course of never giving up. We will not falter, and we will not fail. Plug this in. PSU switch? Yeah, that battle is still... That one's still going on. That one could be a serious problem we run into in about 3 to 5 minutes. Taking one battle at a time, though, brother. All right. Power supply cable. It's plugged in. Yeah, look, now we just have this bundle over here. I don't really know what I can do with that, but that actually looks a little bit better. Because now this whole area is pretty clear. Kind of like it. I don't know if I have big enough zip ties for this. Is it ITX? No, it's small form factor, but it's micro ATX. It's a 21-liter case. These are tiny zip ties. Not ideal for a build like this. Rat's nest we don't talk about? Dude, we won't even see this rat's nest. But it's not really a rat's nest if it's bundled up properly, right? It's all about how you think about it, you know? See? Now it's an organized, bundled rat's nest. Just gotta make sure these cables don't hit the fans. It's actually not that bad. It's not amazing. It's passing. I'm here for the premium cable management. You came to the right place. That's my style. Okay. All right, got another zip tie on there. Dude, I think that's okay. I think that'll work, man. Okay. 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 Oh, dude, that front panel cable keeps coming out. That's not a great connection in there. That's not fun. Okay. We okay with this? Right? We just got a bunch of cables right here. Huge dub. Dude, I think we are we done? I think that might be it. Hot glue? I don't need hot glue. I think we're good. Turned an L into a dub. One more test. We do. We got one more test, don't we? We got a test if that power supply cable's plugged in. Oh, screw in the GPU too. Yes, good. Great call. We can't forget that. Great call. I'm gonna lift that up a little bit. That was actually a fantastic call. I was actually not tracking that. Thank you. All right, GPU cable or GPU screwed in. Now we can properly test if the power supply switch. Can you play test it? I told you, man, I'm not going to bed until this PC is confirmed working. Let me find my power supply cable that I got somewhere around here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. All right. What are the chances that this actually turns on? Perfectly timed to add. Where's the power button? Is the power supply switch actually switched on? You may be asking yourself. No. It's fine. Oldest trick in the book. Oh, wow. Even worse. It was plugged in. Or it was switched on. Now that it's flipped, I can see that. Okay, now it's on. Okay, it just wasn't working. Oh, that front panel connector fell off again. Dude, that's actually going to be a problem. That front panel connector is not staying in there. That's actually a legit problem. It was flipped on. I don't know why that connector doesn't stay on there, though. I don't know if that's a case problem or a motherboard problem. We're not done. This project is not complete. One case fan. Oh, it's just stuck. There we go. Just got one little power cable that's stuck. Okay, let's turn that off. The 4+4 power cable is rubbing up on here. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. Dude, this case is too. This is too small. For micro ATX, this is too small. This would have been easy if it was like a micro ATX motherboard. This is just this is just too small lately. Okay. All right. I think we're good. All right. All the fans are spinning. I do see a serious debug light. Cross that bridge later. Okay. All the fans are spinning. We're not done though. Turns out size does matter. I see smoke. No smoke. We're gonna see this project to the end, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We haven't done this in a long time. Actually, we haven't done this in Texas. You guys know what this is? The real Thirsty Thursday members know what this is. This is when you know we're not messing around. We got ourselves a portable monitor, aka the boot monitor. OLED 2? Yes, it's actually OLED. We got ourselves an OLED boot monitor. No stone will be left unturned in today's build. We're about to have a serious moment of truth. Honestly, I'm kind of nervous. Hold on, I gotta get the power cable over here. This is gonna be like the moment of truth, if I've ever seen one in my life. Oh, where'd that power cable go? Will it boot? Or will it fail? What do you guys think? It's 11:30 at night. Okay, we're plugged in. All right, what do you guys think? You have faith? After all of that, the build is cable managed to some degree. The PC is fully spinning. It turns on. It gets power. But will we actually get a BIOS boot? 75% faith? That's about where I'm at. Hold on. I'm not done. We're gonna button it up. We're even gonna button this thing up. If I remember how to do that. It's pretty difficult, actually. If there's one thing you should know about PC building, if you've never built a PC before, is you never button the case up unless you're confident that thing's gonna boot. It's almost like jinxing yourself. If you close all of these case panels up and then it doesn't boot, you gotta do the walk of shame and uninstall everything and troubleshoot and put it all back together. But this is basically where my confidence level's at. BBZ numero 6. Let's boot it up. Get me to BIOS. It's on. The OLED's a little dusty. Try not to worry about that too much. While we wait. Come on. Give it to me. We could be going through some memory training. AM5 can sometimes take a little long before we get to the BIOS splash screen. Nobody freak out yet. The fans are still running. Oh boy. I'm not freaking out yet. Will the fat lady sing? Good question. That's what we're about to find out. HDMI's plugged in. We already saw that the monitor has power because we had the no signal. Although I think I did press a button by accident. Are we on like some sort? I have never seen a more perfectly timed Max Verstappen. Northern Lights with the 1,000 biddies says, you earned that. Dude, let's go. Let's go. Dude, I love that. Thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Bro's career was on the line. I told you. We weren't going to falter and we weren't going to fail. Let's go. That is a successful post. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the ASRock BIOS. We got the RAM on deck, the 9600X. I don't have a keyboard plugged in, so I can't show you anything else, but that's how we get it done. BBZ numero 6. Chalk that one up as a success. Let's go. Founding fathers smiling down on you? Dude, somebody was. Whew. Dude, I might not stream for a month. Are you guys okay with that? Sorry if you just subscribed. I think I might need a month-long break. More mini builds? I might go at, like, without being over dramatic, which I haven't really been the entire night. I feel like I've been level-headed and calm and collected this entire time. I am probably gonna go at least a year, realistically, without doing a small form factor build. I'm gonna write an email template that says that I can just like quickly send out anytime somebody asks. Thank you for your interest in sending us your small form factor case. Unfortunately, we are taking a hard stance against them, and we will politely decline your request to send it our way. Please send it to somebody else. We don't want it. You speak Spanish? Sí. That was it. That's all I have, man. I don't know if I can do a Q&A afterwards. Dude, I think I'm done. Anti-small form factor? Dude, I want EATX next. Bring the Joy Joms? No way. No way am I doing a Joy Jom. Dude, I have 2 more BBZs. Dude, the giveaway is going to be EATX for sure. Maybe double EATX. Yeah, no chance. I do have a BBZ on the schedule that's micro ATX. I don't think I'm going to do that. We're going straight up ATX from now on. Let's do some benchmarks all-nighter. This is all I have, man. 11:40 at night. That was a tough one. Mostly my fault. Mostly my fault. But we got it done. We salute you, Staff Sergeant ZTT. That's great, but you don't salute Staff Sergeants. But thank you. Oh, man. I'm done. Gucci with a $5 super chat says, rate my daily driver. 3060, 5500, 360 AIO, 32 gigs of DDR4, mostly used for racing and shooting games. Well, you have enough headroom. I mean, your AIO can handle a much better CPU. But, I mean, other than the AIO, you have a pretty balanced system. 3050 or 3060 and a 5500. Were you actually a staff sergeant? Yeah. Stay till 12? I don't know about that, but we definitely earned the Thirsty Thursday after hours banner today. That was a tough one. I am actually astonished at how slowly I drink beer on stream. I mean, this is beer numero dos at the 3 hour and 28 minute mark, and it's not finished. Well, it's about to be finished. Warm. Ugh. I don't know why I do that either. I gotta rethink some life choices. Why am I drinking warm beer building small form factor PCs? I don't get it. I don't get it. You were super locked in? I was trying, man. I was trying. Seek therapy? I might have to. Gucci with the $5 super chat. Oh no, I read that one. Oh, you said that twice. My bad. 12 male with Twitch pipes up. Thank you. Rusky says, read my biddy message from earlier. Rusky? Did I miss one? Oh, Rusky with the 1,000 biddies. Hi, Zach. I just told my fiance I need to watch the giveaway stream, even though it will be during our honeymoon. Help me convince her. Well, I could tell you that, or we could tell her that, you have to be at the stream if you win, or else you lose your ability to win the PC. We could lie. I wouldn't really start your marriage off with a lie like that. But if you win, if you do win the PC, then that's a great way to start. So kind of a debate. But maybe now is the time to have the conversation where, like, you're on your honeymoon. You know, you just got married. Like, she might not be up to speed on the whole concept of, you know, you got to do things that make you happy. If you're happy, then she'll be happy. Right? Is that how it works? You know, you got to take care of yourself. And if one of the things that you really want to do is tune into the giveaway stream on Thirsty Thursday, which I think is a solid move, then you got to take care of yourself, man. I think she'll understand. Just let her know, man. I think that's the... Ladies don't love the small form factor. I'm aware. I'm aware, brother. That's why we're sticking with the EATXs from now on. Alright. I can't believe that actually booted to BIOS. I'm very happy that it did. I was actually... I'm going to be fully transparent with you. If that didn't boot up, I would have fixed it. And that could have significantly extended the length of the live stream. I'm very happy that it booted up. Because, dude, I was locked in. I was not going to go to bed until that PC booted to BIOS. How many zip ties did we use? Well, this type of zip tie means that it was zip tied, but then I removed it. So those don't really count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zip ties were removed. And that means 7 of these don't count. So our grand total zip ties is 3. I installed 10 zip ties at some point throughout the night. Only 3 of them made it into the build. Still coming out on top. Oh, man. So, Lion with the $5 super chat. My potato PC, RTX 4060 and 14700F, 32 gigs of DDR5, 2 terabyte. No, that's not what we talked about. Remember at the beginning of the stream, we talked about what's the meta for how to flex your PC? Here on Thirsty Thursday, we're not allowed anymore to say, my PC has a 5090 and a 9850 X3D. Is it good? We're not allowed to say that. That's not flexing. We're also not allowed to do what you just did and name off good parts and call it a potato PC. We're not allowed to do that either. That's not the way to flex. The way to flex if you just want to send a comment for all these people to see how many people are live right now. YouTube has almost 300,000 people. Oh, wow. Twitch is at 1.4 mil. Dude, that's a lot. Thank you for watching. That is a ton of people. If you really want to flex to the almost 1.5 million people that are watching this stream right now, here's the way you do it. You just say your specs and say, I'm enjoying it. My PC has a 14700F, 32 gigs of DDR5, 2 terabyte SSD, etc., etc. I'm enjoying it. That's all you gotta do, man. That's all you gotta do. Just say you're enjoying your build. I will be enjoying it through you. That's the way to flex if you really want to flex. It's the new meta. All right. We're all tracking. PMA with the tier 1 sub, thank you. What's in your main PC? RX 6600. It's my daily. Try not to fall out of touch. So I'm daily in the 6600 this week. I didn't even know you were streaming, bro. Bro, I've been streaming every day this week at this time. What are we talking about? Every day this week. We're on day numero cuatro of this week. I've been streaming every day at this time. Come on, man. Not Sag with the 300 biddy says, hey, Zach, big fan. Would you recommend upgrading to a 7600X 3D, 16 gigs of RAM, coming from a 5600X and 32 gigs of RAM, and a 3080 Ti? Yes. So what's Monday? I have no idea, man. I think Monday might be recovery. Do you keep your RAM in a safe? We do, actually. Well, it's not a safe, but it's a... I mean, the office is obviously locked with an alarm system and all cameras and all that. But within the office, we also have a cage for the parts. So kind of. We got the RAM cage. Did the Steelers win? Yeah. Yeah, they did. I'm going to go rewatch some highlights. You should start skateboarding? Sounds like a terrible idea. What are you talking about? Product with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Yeah, why would I start skateboarding? Dude, I'm 34. I have literally thrown my back out from sneezing. Like every quarter, every fiscal quarter, when you're in your 30s, I'm just letting you guys know, for those of you that haven't quite made it to your 30s yet. About 4 times a year, you just wake up one day and you have new DLC. You just like wake up, something new is hurting that you've never felt pain in that area before, or like something's not functioning correctly. Preach. You just every now and then, a few times a year, you know, you're just walking around with one more quote unquote handicap, you know, one more difficulty modifier, if you will, you know. So like adding events and activities like skateboarding, it just doesn't sound like a great idea. I already have skateboard injuries from not skateboarding. Does that make sense? Wait till you get to 37. I heard that's a rough one. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that. I heard that one can be pretty bad. I have 40 years on you. You ain't seen nothing yet. Christo with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Lion with $2 super chat says, can I get the RTX 5070? I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. I don't want it. I genuinely don't want it. This was the bane of my existence. The only thing I really want though is, again, this backplate. I don't know what it is. It's just like really satisfying. It's some type of like texture, and it doesn't add a single fingerprint, which is really cool. It's like, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know what that material is. It's metal, but I don't know what it's coated with. Feels like some sort of coating. I don't know, it's pretty cool. Not the card's fault. True. I'll take credit for everything that happened. Powder coat? Yeah, it might be powder coated. Yeah, that's I don't know. That sounds right, but I don't know. That sounds right though. I love the PNY cards on the 50 series. Yeah, it doesn't make sense why PNY is still slept on. Like, PNY has been cooking for multiple generations. And I still see people think that like PNY is like a sub-tier brand. I would, like, if I was building a PC from scratch, had no hookups whatsoever, I would highly consider a PNY graphics card. Yeah, I don't know why they're slept on still. They make really good powers or graphics cards these days. They're so clean. Reliability is good. I've never heard of any bad customer support issues from PNY. Yeah, they just seem slept on for some reason. I'm not entirely sure. It's because PNY doesn't do the RGBs. Yeah. Well, no, they do. They do. They have the PNY XLR8 series. They have RGBs like going around like this, like weaving around the fans. They do have the RGB graphics cards. I think I have a PNY 5080 that's RGB on our inventory shelf right now. But they do also make just incredibly clean all black graphics cards as well. Undeserved PNY hate? I don't think people hate PNY. I just think it's slept on. Yeah, I don't really see PNY haters. I don't know why you would be a PNY hater, but yeah, I feel like it's just not as it's not as mainstreamed as it should be, in my opinion. 50 with the super chat says, don't have much to say, but love the videos. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Scooby Steve with the tier 1 gifted sub. Thank you. Chest with the $5 super chat says, do you think it's worth making a custom keyboard, including a custom PCB? Personally, no. I completely understand that some people do, and I support other people's hobbies. But for me, it's like, there are some really, really good stock keyboards that you can buy, and they're configured and ready to go. I don't need more value than some of those good ones. The money would not be worth it for me. How did you get into PC building as a teen? Well, I mean, it was, like I said, I built my first PC when I was 5. My parents ran a PC building business out of our basement during my childhood. So like my dad was like the repair guy for PCs. People would bring in his computers, he would fix them. And then my mom was on the software side. So they would find like other businesses that needed software consulting, and she would hook that up. She would teach people how to use software, get software installed, etc. So I've been just surrounded by it my entire life. Have your parents visited your HQ? No, they both passed away. My dad passed away when I was 17. My mom a few years ago. Unfortunately, they didn't get to see ZTT. But we're living through them, for them, and they're a big part of why ZTT is what it is. They unfortunately just didn't get to see it. Brick with the 300 biddy says, I'd be curious to see your benchmark I'd be curious to see you benchmark Stellar Blade on one of your gaming streams. That game's PC port is optimized super well. Yeah, I never played that. I never played that one. At 5 is crazy. It is crazy, but I mean, my kids started building PCs at 2 and 4. They needed a ton of help, obviously, and so did I when I was 5. But I want to make sure that my kids get an even better unfair start. My youngest started when he was 2, and he was even like screwing in some screws and like the motherboard into the case and whatnot. And then my oldest son started when he was 4. He's now 6. He's built like 15 computers now. Which is way, like, I remember building my first PC at 5. I probably went several years without building another one. Like, we didn't have parts all over the place like we do here. My boys have a significant head start compared to me. What stream deck do you use? The like original XL. I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera. It's just the original XL. Like there's no dials or anything on it. What year was that? 96 is when I was 5. Maybe 97. Are your children into PC building, or they just play games? Well, I mean, I pay them. So whenever we're trying to instill the work ethic and whatnot, whenever they help me build a PC, I let them choose. I either give them $5 or a pack of Pokemon cards. That way they get the, you know, they learn the lesson of you work for something. Maybe you're not doing like what you really want to do, but you got to work to get money and then you can buy things. But they're also gaining the lesson of gambling and why it could be bad, because it's like you could spend an hour helping me build a computer and get a Pokemon card pack, but you might not like any card in there, and then that's a really rough feeling, you know? So I think it's good for them. Pokemon all day though? Oh yeah, I agree. Oh, you gotta let it rip. you gotta send it. I agree. But it's good. It's good for them to work and get paid. It's also good for them to work, choose a Pokemon card pack, not get anything, and get that life lesson. So I think it's fun. And they're also learning how to build computers, which is the actual goal. I think it works out pretty well. But yeah, my 6-year-old, I think he's at like 15 PCs or so. My youngest, I don't know what he's at. He's probably at like 5 or 6 maybe. Gambling is about the highs, not the lows. That might be the most degenerate thing I've heard. I like it. You're right, man. You're right. That's a solid way to put it. All right, I gotta go, guys. It's effing midnight. All right. Although I don't have a rough day. So tomorrow, like I said, we're celebrating 2 million subs. So everyone stops work at noon. And we're gonna have pizza. We're gonna play some video games and play some pool. Hang out at the office. One of my employees, Jeff, our protector of RAM, he's bringing in Gwent, the card game, the Witcher card game. I told him to bring it in because I want to learn how to play. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna drink some beers while we're there, eat some food and whatnot. It's gonna be fun. Before that, I got to lift. So I'm gonna wake up, do some dad time, go to the gym, shower there, and then just have a party. So I'm not really working tomorrow, which is why I was willing to stay up late. But we got the job done, ladies and gentlemen. BBZ numero 6 is complete. We had some ups, we had plenty of downs, but we got it. Got the whole thing booted up. BIOS splash page, huge success. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Shout out to all of the mods for keeping the chat locked down. Sorry you guys had to work so hard. I don't know why people think getting banned is normal, but it's not. But yeah, hopefully you guys all have a good rest of your night. Real quickly, how many of you watched all 4 streams this week? We streamed Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. How many of you guys watched all 4? I did. Me. Nice. Thank you guys very much. Both on YouTube and Twitch. A lot of people on Twitch. There's a good bit on YouTube though. Only 3. I missed Monday. That's all good. Thank you guys very much. It was fun. I am, like I've been saying, I'm not committing to this schedule long term. I have some energy that I need to get out. Work-wise, creativity-wise, etc. I want to do stuff like this. The whole daily driving thing. So thank you guys for watching. I'm very grateful that we had a good turnout all 4 days, and it was fun. I genuinely have fun every single night. We had a GPU explode. We played some good game, dude. That PAX Autocratica game, dude. I'm playing that all night tomorrow. I'm so looking forward to playing that. I'm so excited. Probably gonna keep the 6600 in there for a while. And then to cap off the week, we got BBZ numero 6, which we had to work really hard to do. So that was just a great week, man. I'm really happy with how all that went. So we'll see what we do next week. But thank you guys very much for all the support, all the viewership, watching the ads so we can pay for the giveaway PCs, all the subs, resubs, YouTube super chats, etc. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, have a good Thursday, Friday, the weekend, and at some point, I will see you next week. See you guys. Have a good one.